Yeah, there's Pall Malls at every table.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Salt, pepper, Pall Malls.
And if you run out, there's a cigarette vending machine still left over.
Yeah.
There's
$9.
With the pole.
Yeah.
There's actually an ashtray on the high chair. So
Love that.
Uncle Bill's is doing it up.
Yeah, they still sell soft packs out of the vending machine.
And there are kids of classy adults over there just banging on the machine, pulling the, trying to get free ones out like we were.
Oh, yeah, you always got to.
Yeah, Uncle Bill's is too far, but we can do the shack.
We can pull it out.
But, yeah, there's a lack of... All right,
we're not doing these bougie places. That's the point. We're comics. We don't want... I don't want to go somewhere where it's like European seating, and we're in a long metal table, and they're like, these eggs Benedict were actually poached by a child.
No.
No, we're good.
The chicken poached it itself.
At the shack, you could draw on the walls.
Oh, that's good. See, that's what I'm looking for. Just relive my childhood memories.
Like, you could ask for a marker, and you could put your name on the wall.
Okay.
Like, that's what kind of place this is.
Okay.
And delicious breakfast.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of the community seating. Hate it.
Me too. I'm already paying... It's already more expensive to eat at places like that. Like, I like the food at Rooster. Sorry to call you out, Rooster. But it's like, I don't want to sit next to a stranger. Or like if a couple's arguing or there's like some hostility or they got a kid that's being outrageous, it's like...
I just don't want awkward
What do you
conversation.
mean? Oh, they got like a bench or something?
It's like
yeah. That's
the last time I was at Rooster, it
that's
wasn't
the new
like that.
thing.
Oh, okay. I haven't been there
well,
since
they
they
probably...
did that.
COVID probably got rid of that.
The back
but I
room
think it's
is
back.
Got tables.
Oh, maybe I was in the back room. Yeah.
I don't like cafeteria seating.
I don't mind that, actually.
You know?
No.
Oh, you like making friends?
Not even making friends, but I think that everyone's kind of keeping their own. If you're like, because that's usually people who are there by themselves, I feel like, is that when you do that, or is the whole place cafeteria seating? Because some places will have like 2 or 3 tables that are like, okay, this is open seating, and then the rest is on a wait.
They give you the option.
Yeah.
It's fine to have the option.
Yeah, I like those
This place-
seatings because I finally have someone that sits next to me at a table. It's really cool.
Some people like to make friends.
See, that's why he parks so close to you. No one wants to sit by him.
Maybe it's because, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a comic and Tina's a comic, and some of the conversations we have are off-putting to people.
Probably.
You know.
So you're more worried about them than you.
Yeah, I don't want to have to, like, worry about what I'm saying. You know?
Oh, no.
You're never going to see those people
worried.
again.
I'm worried about me.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. Could be kidnapped. I don't know. Could happen.
What if I look away for a
What
brief...
if they fall in love?
What if I look away for a brief moment and they
Please.
poison the food?
I don't know.
They put some salt on there. I didn't want...
I'm afraid to sit next to somebody for 15, 20 minutes and them falling in love with me, and then that's a whole, that's a whole
That's
thing.
the real fear.
That's the real fear.
That's the Rizz
Anyway,
fear.
Rafe was supposed to pick Mary up.
Yes.
I walk in the studio. I say, "Where's Mary?" And he says, "She's Ubering here." What happened to the plan of picking her up? Oh, well, I was pulled over this morning.
I was.
I will tell you why, and you never told me.
Oh.
You never told me.
Which law did you break? Sinner?
Go ahead.
Can I guess which one?
I know that you've been waiting.
I've been waiting for this.
Go ahead.
I've been waiting for this.
Go ahead.
Because somebody has been driving around with expired temp tags.
Which is a
Classic
St. Louis
Missouri.
tradition, I might add.
Yeah, dude.
You have expired
Temp tag.
Temporarily
Missouri.
expired.
When did they expire?
Expired is expired.
They expired in August.
August 3rd.
That's like 6
Noted.
weeks ago.
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
In St. Louis, that is
2021.
Let me tell you something. I have seen people in St. Louis driving around on like temp tags from 2008.
Okay.
It is a national pastime in Missouri because I don't know. I think it's because if you don't go get your temp tags replaced, they don't. You don't have to pay taxes. You have to pay personal property taxes.
So,
on the
Mary,
car.
here's how it works. When you buy a car in Missouri, and this is like one of only 2 states that does it. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
So you buy a car.
Yes.
Okay, you don't pay the sales tax right away.
Okay.
So they give you, when you drive the car off the dealership lot, they give you temporary license plates.
Pieces of
They're
paper.
like these paper,
Yeah.
these paper tags that have a date, an expiration date.
Before you need to get the real tags.
So you need to go in between the time of you driving off the lot to the time the license plate tags expire, you need to go to the DMV. What do they call it here? The Department of Revenue.
Well, it's the DMV.
Right. Well, everywhere else it's the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. Here's the Department of Revenue.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Back in the day, it was just DMV. Maybe they changed it.
You got to go there with a check for the sales tax.
Yeah, you got to be a citizen and pay your taxes.
With a check.
With a
Or, I
check.
don't
They
know if
take
they-
credit
I don't
card
know
for a
if they take
3%
credit
fee or whatever the heck it is.
Or
So for the whole sales tax, so if it's like $2,500 or
Yeah.
whatever,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You pay.
that's
your sales
really
tax.
dumb.
Oh
They
yeah.
have-
I like to call it a briefcase of cash.
Of singles, maybe.
Rolls and quarters.
$2,500, yeah.
Deal
Coins.
with this. And then once you pay the sales tax, they give you your license plates. Our dear Rafe, I guess, never went to the DMV.
Well, erroneous. Well, that's not. You're right. I did not go to the DMV, but I bought this car on Carvana. Okay, they are supposed to mail me. They take care of all that. I paid my sales tax through Carvana. They take care of all that. That's part of the deal buying a car. And they're like, "We're going to mail you your plates. They're in the mail." Well, they never came, and then my tags expired, and then just like a few days ago, I emailed Carvana. I go, "Hey, I haven't gotten my plates. What's the deal?" And they're like, "Oh, Missouri doesn't allow us to mail plates. We thought someone sent you an email. We sent your information to the DMV. All you got to do is go get them." And I just haven't had time. I'm a busy man.
In 6 weeks, you haven't had.
I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking about them being expired until a few days ago. I mean, yes, it is 6 weeks. I didn't notice that they were expired until maybe a week or two
I
ago.
look every day. Every day.
To
At
see-
his tags?
He's parked 2 spots over from me.
Mm-hmm.
I look
On the other
every
side of the
day.
giant truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Rafe's car, giant truck, and
A
then
lot of
my-
room in
my
between the
car.
truck and Rafe's car.
So he's been looking every day,
Every day,
judging,
going,
shaking his head.
Are you
dad
saying
styling it.
anything? Or are you just like, he's going
He's
to
an
mess it
adult.
up?
He was waiting for him
Okay.
to get pulled over so he could have this
He's an
told
adult.
you so
This
conversation.
exact moment.
Okay, so
I feel attacked right now, dude.
Take me through what happened this morning. You leave your house at what time?
Here's what happened. I left my house 4:30.
All right, you're down in Tower Grove, right? That area.
Tower Grove. Here's the thing that I'm dumbfounded by. This happened in the city. I've watched people with their fender hanging off, no headlights on, middle of the night, temp tags from 2015, speed past a police barricade, and they're just like, nah.
Probably got somewhere to go really quick.
Yeah.
The city cops just don't have county cop problems. They don't pull you over for like,
They have bigger fish to fry.
they're just like, yeah, is anyone being shot currently? No? Cool, I'm going to enjoy my coffee. And I get that. So I feel a little empowered.
Is somebody getting shot currently?
Immediate, like right now.
Right now.
Do we hear gunshots at this
No.
moment?
Chances are yes, but
Yeah, it's 50-50. So in the city, I mean, I'm sure it's like this in Cleveland too. I don't know, every major city. Like the Metropolitan Police tend to be like, I had a headlight out in my old car for 2 years.
Okay, so we're seeing a pattern.
Yeah, I'm realizing it as I said out loud. This isn't bolstering my case of responsibility.
is the radio
really.
station in the city?
Yes, we're
in the city of
downtown.
Cleveland?
Downtown
downtown
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
yeah.
Okay.
So I live near a police substation. I would see like the police, the big like Tahoes, the cruisers, you know, the big paddy wagons, whatever you want to call them. Headlight out, wave at the cops, and they're just like, "Well, what's up, man?" You know, like they're not pulling me over. Now, when I go out to county with the headlight out, I get pulled over in 12 seconds.
As soon as you cross the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, "This is it. This is my big collar, boss.
I got
You're
him.
not gonna believe this. I got a padiddle."
You call it a padiddle too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've never.
No,
I was like, you've never heard padiddle?
the
Yeah.
old-
no,
the
I didn't know
game.
that was I didn't know that was a national term.
Oh, yeah. That's
Or
an
maybe
international
Midwest or.
No,
but
we use that
definitely.
on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Ah,
Any of our
You-
police
you may have
listeners out
taken it.
there,
You say padiddle and you smack the roof of the car.
Yeah.
And the last person to do it, whatever the rule is.
Gets punched.
yeah,
Or
you
has
throw
to
them out of
take
the
a-
car while it's moving.
Yeah.
I got it.
get
And-
divorced.
You're out of here.
Yeah. Your wife leaves you if you lose.
The
Where were you?
I was on Kings Highway, and here's the rub. The guy was pretty nice, so shout out to. Let me see. Can I say
Don't-
people's names
no,
on the
don't do
radio?
that.
Should I not do
No.
that?
'Cause you're
Shout
gonna
out to
get him in-
Officer.
No,
Don't
you're
do
gonna
that.
get him in
Shout out
trouble.
to the officer.
Oh, you know what?
His
You come for me, dude. I come for
No,
you.
shout out to the officer.
Nah, he
the
was
nice
very nice.
gentleman who pulled me
He
over.
was cool.
Let's call him Jim. Officer
Officer
Jim.
Jim. Thank you, Officer Jim.
He's listening right now.
Did you tell him you're on the radio?
I did not. I'm kidding. No, Boone asked me that too. He goes, "Did you pull the? Do
Say,
you know
did you
who
pull
I
the
am?"
move?
Oh,
Did
did
you?
you?
Come on.
No, I don't have.
You had
no,
to.
do not have the stones to do that.
I refuse
I would feel like
to
such-
believe that.
Now, what you could do is you could say, "I'm on my way to the radio station."
Not on my way to work.
Yeah.
The
I'm
radio
on my way to the
station.
radio station.
Did you say that? Say I'm on my way to work?
Yeah. He kind of implied it. When he pulled me over, he came over. The first thing he said, he goes, "Hey, man, I know you're probably on your way to work. I get it.
Oh,
Morning commute." He was cool.
He said that to you? Wow.
He did. And he's just
I'd
like,
imagine if I was an officer pulling somebody over at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever it was, and the car didn't smell like alcohol, I assume you're going to work.
Yeah, you're
Or
either
like
drunk,
the
the car stolen,
Yeah.
or
The first
you're
thing
on
you
your
do
way
when
to
you get over there is,
yeah.
okay, so he's going to work. You know?
Smells like work.
So he was pretty cool from the onset. I think I also benefited. They were at the end of their shift. And I think,
Oh, they were on
because
early.
his partner came, not as cool, asked for my insurance card. And I'm like, "How's it going, man?" He's like,
Oh, good cop, bad cop.
"Yeah, just like over it." He's probably mad at his friend for like pulling me over at the end of their shift. They were probably,
Yeah.
I feel like they were having a couples fight in the car. He's like, "What are you doing?
We were almost done.
Oh, they
We're
were
off
teamed
in
up?
20. We're not getting I'm not doing a bunch of paperwork right now."
Do city police ride in pairs?
Yeah, they were in pairs.
Oh.
At least in the big trucks.
Yeah.
So the other guy came up, asked for my insurance, and I was like, trying to make pleasantries, and I was like, "How's it going, man?" And he goes, It's like everybody else, man. I'm just trying to get off the end of my shift. Everybody else that works overnights. I'm tired and I want to go home. And I was like, "I hear you, brother. I'm on my way into the radio station right now."
Did you say that? Did you say radio station? Of course you got to.
Heck yeah,
I didn't have the stones to be like, you don't.
Local celebrity here.
Rafe?
Thank you.
Williams?
Sorry.
You should know me.
I pulled up my website and just showed it to him.
That's the move. That's a subtle move. That's humble brag move.
I'm on my way.
I thought maybe that would
easy way
get.
to-
And I was really worried about. I felt bad because I knew I was picking Mary up, and I'm like, man, I gotta. If they don't let me go quickly, not only I'm not gonna be able to pick her up, she's gonna have to go to the radio station without me, and I'm gonna be late for work. And then he goes, "I know you're probably on your way to work or something, man." He's like, "You were seemed like you were driving a little fast, and you changed lanes. I didn't see a blinker." And I go, "Oh, well, it was a part of the road on Kings Highway where it's 2 lanes and it opens up to 3, right there at Arsenal and Kings Highway. So I was in the right lane, and then I just kind of went. There was no one in the 3rd lane, so
Right.
I just kind of like came up to a stoplight and got 3 cars deep. I didn't put my blinker on, but it was like kind of like where the road opens up. Mm-hmm. So I felt like that was kind of. I think he saw the temp tag.
Yeah.
I think he saw the temp tag, and he's like, "Let's see what this guy's up to." And I go, "All right." I probably was driving fast too, because I mean, there's nobody on Kings Highway, but everyone's flying down Kings Highway.
Do you listen? Are you hearing what you're saying? Where you're like, I definitely didn't use a blinker, and I was probably speeding, and
Here's
also
my
my
thing. Here's
tags
my-
are expired. But
Kings
like,
Highway is the Autobahn.
Here's my thing: Kings Highway is the autobahn.
That is the
It
make
is
your own
insane.
speed, whatever you got to
For
do.
real.
If you're
It
too
really is a
slow, they'll
weird-
run you over.
it's
There's
a
probably
weird
like 5
street.
people passing me.
okay,
It's a weird street. Some people are going slow. Some people don't know where they're at. Some people are flying through it like it's a racetrack. It is a weird Wild West.
The key to Kings Highway, it'll F up your commute unless you can catch all the greens. If you can catch about 10 greens in a row on Kings
the
Highway,
wave.
it
Catch the wave.
feels so. It feels like you're a surfer who caught like a 50-foot wave.
Yeah.
That's
Catch the
awesome.
wave.
So
Go all the
you
way
gotta
down.
time it out right.
these are the sharks waiting for you.
Yeah, there was a shark in the water. And so I go, all right. I go, well, the lane opened up. And here's the problem. There's no reason for me to be argumentative. I should have just said, no problem. But I could not help myself. I was like, well,
You've done wrong. You did wrong and you were
3
caught.
times.
well, here's the thing. He conceded. I go, well, man, I probably should have put my blinker on, but it was right there at Arsenal where the 2 lanes turns to 3. So I just kind of scooted on over. That's my bad. Mm-hmm. And I go, how fast you clock me going? And he goes, well, I didn't get a clock on you. I go, oh, so you're just eyeballing it.
What are you doing?
And he goes, he laughed.
Causing problems.
And he goes, yeah. It seemed like you were going kind of fast. I was like, yeah, well, we'll never know.
I'm going into the number 1 morning
Interesting.
radio show.
I go, I guess I was just in a hurry to go into the number 1 ranked morning radio show in St. Louis.
For 8 years running, you got to say.
So then he left. The other guy came, told me the gripes of working overnights.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, it was a therapy session.
But then I got to throw, though, on my way to the radio station at him. He went back to the truck. Guy comes back. Like 5 minutes later, goes, hey, I wrote you a ticket. but I just did it for your temp tags. That way it won't be points on your license.
All right, well, that's nice. Get them.
And he
taken care
said,
of.
he's like, you can probably get out of it. He's like, just go to the court, tell him. He goes, I just bought a car from Carvana, had the same thing happen.
Andrew
Didn't get
on
my plates in the mail.
Andrew on the instant feedback says, I also bought a vehicle from Carvana last year, had the same exact issue. Was told they were going to send plates. They never did. I had to contact them and go to the DMV and do all the paperwork. And
Thanks,
Okay, so
Officer Jim.
What I'm hearing
Subscribe
is
to the podcast.
I'm exonerated. What's what I'm hearing in the chat? What I'm hearing is Rafe is 100% exonerated.
when the feeling of the police officer pulling up behind you, what was that feeling like? Was it, did you look in your rear view and go, oh, no, I know what's going to happen?
To be honest with you, I was so taken aback that this was happening in the city that I was like, he's not pulling me over. There must be something happening. I pulled over thinking he's going to go past me to go to like a crime.
You're pulling over. I'm not smoking crack right now, am I? Like this.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
why
like,
is he?
I'm not smoking crack.
Where's
in
my
here.
pipe? Did I leave it?
Did I? I was like, does my crackhead neighbor like on the back of my car?
I forgot about
And I
it.
didn't know. He was like holding on to the back, trying to get a ride somewhere. I was so, because I'm not kidding you, Metropolitan Police don't pull people over. They just, not for that. Not for like going fast. They just don't.
They must have had a car out there that was
Like if you don't hit somebody,
similar to yours.
that's a possibility.
Oh, fit a description type
Yeah,
of
it
thing?
could have been.
Yeah, sorry, sir. We were looking for a Chomo and a blue Venza, and you matched the description.
Well, the last time I got, quote unquote, pulled over, remember it was in my subdivision. And
oh, yeah.
I just left my house.
I thought you were on your way back. Like you were.
I was on my way to work.
Oh, okay. That's right.
I was on my way to work, and I have a stop
To the
sign-
radio station.
To the radio station. And
To the number one morning show.
Yeah, number one morning show, 8 years running. And I get to the stop sign before I hit the big road. And I guess I was driving a car that fit the description of a car that was used in a robbery. And within a second, there were 5 police officers surrounding me.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Coming from out of nowhere, all lights on, and I go, what did I do? I was literally in my car for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What did I do? Oh my God! And I'm checking. Was I smoking crack? I'm not sure. I got my hands attended to. I turned the dome light on.
Took your sunglasses off. Showed your hands.
It's
Put
3
your
o'clock
keys
in the
on the
morning.
roof.
Right.
Swallowed the...
3 o'clock in the morning. I'd look out the window, or the officer walks over.
Gun drawn.
Light. No, he's got the light. Got the light. Is everything okay, officer? He goes, guys, it's Rizz.
Let him go.
Does the roundabout,
Roundabout.
and then everybody all the cars like slink back to where
They were hiding.
they were hiding. Yeah, my car just so happened to match the description of a car that they were driving around in subdivisions around me, and people getting out and trying to pull on handles, open car doors.
And the only thing you stole is the hearts of St. Louis.
That's right. Every morning. Every
I
morning.
don't believe in a curse, so I'm going to say this. That's now more than half the show that's been pulled over on the way into work. I've never been pulled over on the way to work, only out of here.
If you're
I've had
listening,
neither.
Officer
So-and-so.
Kenneth A.,
A.K.A. Officer Jim.
a.k.a. Officer Cool Guy, who didn't throw the book at me this morning.
Now, here's my question
Moon
for
drives
you.
a big yellow Jeep,
Find him.
and he drives fast. I very
dick.
rarely, I don't even know if he has a blinker.
That's not true. That's why I've never been pulled over. I'm a cruise control, 61 miles an hour. Here I go.
I used to drive a Dodge Charger, and right before I got rid of the car, I was cruising down the highway, and I cruised past a cop
He was flying.
and the cop pulled up next to me, didn't pull me over, and I could hear on the loudspeaker, "What are you, an idiot?"
Nice.
He said, "What are you, an idiot?"
What are you, an idiot?
Through the
I
car
could hear it on
loudspeaker.
the car loudspeaker, and I put my hand up.
Hey,
Yep, yes,
thank
I
you.
am.
So
Yes,
you're a
I am.
listener then. All right. Appreciate you.
From
Thanks.
that moment on, I use my cruise control when I come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I put my cruise control on every single morning.
it's one of the reasons I
on
do
my way
it.
in.
Yeah, this
Because
is
I'm-
why
I'm-
I have the big truck, because the cops really respect those. And
Yeah, we're
They
some of
know.
the
This
few
guy is a
cars out
small
there.
Never pull me
penis.
over.
He knows
Because
he can be
you're
pulled
either
over.
on your way to work or you're hammered if you're on a road at 3 a.m. And I understand like the I don't know if it's profiling or whatever you call it. I understand if I go by at 3 a.m., you're going like, what's this guy doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, there's no other reason to be out here unless I'm headed to work or I'm hammered for some reason and I'm trying to go from one point I shouldn't be to another point I shouldn't
Now, I know some of the police in my municipality, they do know the route I take, and they do mess with me. They will pull up right behind my car.
I love that. But never flashlights or
Never
anything?
flashlights, and they'll drive around, honk, and then go.
Just to make you nervous.
And every time I tense up, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I have a pound of cocaine on me. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
Did I take it
probably
to
don't.
work?
You got that big sign that says, it's me, Rizz. I'm on the way to
God.
the #1 morning show.
God.
Just put it out your window.
My vanity license plate should say Rizz 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Anyway.
Ground Rizz
I
1.
definitely, while they were back running my plates, I put on Lee Greenwood's "Proud to Be an American."
Yeah.
Turned it up really loud.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just like, it's just
That's a move.
that's how I get going in the morning.
Yeah.
No, what you should do,
You guys cool?
go to promotions and get 5 T-shirts.
Okay.
Keep them in the car.
This is called bribing. I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
What? It's
just
for
give-
fans of the radio show.
These are gifts.
Oh,
You can do that, or what I do in my passenger seat, I have a whole bunch of 8x10s already autographed.
Signed. Signed
Who's
2
your
your
officer.
own face?
Who should I make this out to?
Yeah, 2 officer
Kenneth
space
A?
colon.
Thanks for your service.
Sir, will you sign this ticket? No, but I'll sign this 8x10.
How does this
Yeah,
look?
yeah.
Who do you want me to make it out to?
Officer
Badge number 1893.
Jim. There you go.
Now, my question for you, Rafe, is given your past and your tendencies, are you even going to check in on this ticket? Are you even going to go to the website? You're definitely not showing up. If it's an
you gonna
appearance
let it, you
thing,
gonna let it
like,
ride, see what happens?
If I can be honest with you, I'm not sure where I even put the ticket.
that's what I
Oh,
mean.
you
Yeah,
already lost
see
the
this
ticket.
guy.
There
He's
it
trying
is.
to be like,
took a
I'm
photo.
just on my way to work, being a nice guy. I
Yeah, I'll
broke 8
take-
laws on the way there.
I will. No, here's
He's
the
going to
thing.
hold on to it in the passenger seat in case he gets pulled over for again and go, listen, man, I'm on the way there. I already got ticketed. Like, use it as a blocker.
That's smart.
Get you.
I
You
used
know
to,
what?
dude. I used to know a guy in
Smart.
LA because like parking tickets are kind of ridiculous, and he just had multiple parking tickets that he held on to, and everywhere he'd go, he'd illegally park and put the parking ticket.
I
under
tried
them.
that. I did that downtown Cleveland one time. I was at a Browns game and I had an old parking ticket, parked completely illegally, put my parking ticket under, like, I'm a genius. Look at me killing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I came back and there was another ticket on
Oh,
top of it.
no.
Because I'm
See,
sure they just like checked the date on it.
Because they've never seen that move before.
It worked.
Right,
It worked for
exactly.
this guy in
Didn't
LA.
work for me.
This
It was
car
worth
wasn't here
trying.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
It worked for this guy in LA, man. I'm telling you. He said like, oh yeah, I got this 2 years ago and haven't been ticketed since. I've been using it ever since. Just poop, puts it under there.
You ever see downtown, it's the parking enforcement officers, they drive around in their little carts and they have a
Chalk.
giant stick
Yeah, the
with
chalk.
a piece of chalk at the end, and they mark your tires.
Oh,
yeah.
to see if
People
you've
used
See if you move.
People used to do that at the bar I worked at.
I've never heard
Cops
of
used to
that.
come in our parking lot and chalk tires hourly. So if you had like 3 or 4 swipes, they knew you were at the bar for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, watch out for that car leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we caught them doing it a lot. So I'd go out and my wheel would be, because I bartended, I'd be there all night. And they don't know whose car's who, so I'd go out and I'd have like 10 chalk marks on my car.
This dude's been here all day.
Yeah, 3 a.m. That's not what you said in my past. That's what I thought you were referring to. Where I'm like, it is
Oh.
weird to get not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
And now when I get pulled over, I'm like, I'm kind of like it. That's such a weird
Because
thing.
you know
Yeah,
you have
because
not
you
done
have
it.
the
Yeah,
upper hand.
I'm not doing
you're
anything
sober.
else.
You finally have the upper hand.
Oh, was I going too fast?
I don't have
What
any
you got?
drugs on me.
What you got
Come
on
on
me?
now. I haven't blown over in, I don't know, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, 12 years
Throw
ago,
it at
I
me.
would have had a Sparks between my legs.
Sparks. Oh my God.
Sparks, what is
no
that?
self-respect. You're drinking Sparks. It's like a malt, kind of like a Four Loko,
Yeah.
but like way worse quality.
Oh,
You
man.
can get them for like $1. Dude. You were not drinking
Well, what is Sparks?
Sparks.
I never heard
I
of
was
it.
going through a hard time.
Dude,
Is
they're
it Sparks
huge.
with an X?
Are they like blue and orange? They look like
Yeah,
race
dude,
cars
they're
or something.
disgusting.
They're like
It's like
silver
somebody
and
dumped
that.
Red Bull
Yeah, look at
into
this.
a Mickey's.
You've
Yeah,
seen this
they're
before,
real
Riz. You
nasty.
probably just didn't know it was
Oh.
alcohol.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's
Yeah.
shit. You see how it's supposed to look like a battery with the little plus sign on it? Yeah, it's essentially, it's worse for Loco.
Yeah.
Cheap
Oh,
for
I've
Loco.
seen that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
It's
alcohol.
3 Loco.
I didn't know they still made it.
Dos Loco.
Yeah.
But you haven't been drinking for a while now. So
12 years.
Okay, so
Is
then
this the kind of
is
thing
old.
that should be pulled off the?
Yes.
Or you,
Oh,
or you'd
yeah. I think
expect to
they,
be
I
pulled off
honestly
the
think
shelves.
they did pull it down. Right?
Yeah, look
That's
at
why
that.
I was like, I don't know if they even make that anymore.
They at least lowered the amount of like caffeine that was in it because it was
like
basically
300
like
milligrams.
caffeinated malt liquor, which is exactly what you need when you're hammered, is something to keep you up so you can get into trouble.
Here we go, 2008, 3 months at the behest of the San Francisco and 13 states. Distributor Miller Coors Light announced it would remove the caffeine from it.
Oh, yeah, they didn't take it down, but they took that
I love
away.
how they established that alcoholic beverages that include caffeine are a health hazard.
Yeah.
Alcoholic beverages are a health hazard. Like, I mean,
not as bad.
Well, I'm just saying, like, isn't that wild that, like, that's okay, but we need to check people's health. Watch out for the public health and make sure we take the caffeine out of it.
Yeah. Thankfully, they didn't take the sugar out. That would have been.
And this is the time, too. This was 2008. This was like prime vodka Red Bull.
Oh, yeah.
Prime, everybody going in. Let's get vodka Red Bull and slow down our whole body and speed up our heart. This is brilliant.
These were the days.
Bombs. There was tons of bombs in that area,
God,
too.
so many bombs.
Bubble bombs.
Well, these were the days of the flavored vodkas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flavored vodka back then, huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
See, that was, now that I was in college 2008 to 2012, and that's what all of that was. We were doing every flavor bomb you could imagine.
Oh, yeah.
We had
Bubble gum, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew bomb.
Remember that?
Well, there was
They had like mountain. There was like
vodka.
a dew flavored.
There was
like
mountain. See,
three
this is-
olives.
3 olives.
3 olives
Something.
dew flavor? 3 olives dew mouth?
They had a
yeah.
handle on the market, man. They were crushing flavors.
3 olives and
killer.
Pinnacle.
When I met your mother, I knew she was the one because she was sipping on a Mountain Dew mixed with another flavor of Mountain Dew.
to
Birthday
this day,
cake. There was birthday
Birthday
cake.
cake.
On,
Dude,
Whipped
it's funny you say that
cream.
because to this day, I think Rizz still hasn't forgiven me. Like before we even did a show together, somebody gifted me like a ton of stuff. I think it was Free Beer Dave because he had all this stuff. And it was all flavored vodkas, flavored rums, flavored everything. I was like, well, I'll just give these out as gifts because people love this stuff these days.
Oh, yeah.
Not Rizz. Rizz has hated it from its inception because I gifted him a bunch at the station. And I'm telling you.
You were at my house. You came to my house.
Oh, was that?
And put
okay.
it on my bar cart.
Yeah, and then years later, we're working together, and it's still at his cart, still on his desk at work. And he's
Birthday
like,
cake vodka.
Are you one of those like alcohol purists where you're like, I don't need it to taste like candy?
Yes, he was.
Love artificial flavors.
yes, he was.
I
And
want to
he's-
get messed up.
And he said to that day that was the worst gift he'd ever been given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's flavored vodka.
No, the worst
It's
gift
not
I was
that bad.
ever given was expired hot sauce. But
Yeah, well, I had to top myself somehow.
Does hot sauce expire?
it does.
Apparently.
And he gave it to me.
Does it change the taste? It's hot sauce.
I'm not going to try it.
What do you think's going to happen to you?
To die?
It was
You're
the
not going to
thought.
die from expired hot sauce.
Exactly right. It was the thought that counted. I
It
didn't know
might just
taking a
taste a
chance.
little
I didn't do it on
stale or
purpose.
something. Do you
Diar-
throw everything?
Die or get diarrhea.
Oh, diarrhea is not that bad.
You're fine.
You know what's wild?
Diarrhea is bad.
Diarrhea is bad, but you'll lose weight.
That's
For a
true.
little
Feel good
while.
about yourself.
That's true.
You probably still
Less
have that
bloated.
alcohol. You probably still have that
No, I
flavored vodka.
threw it out. We moved.
Why
It
don't
is-
you like throw a party and make a mixed drink with it or something?
I threw it in the garbage.
Okay.
I think it
That's
was.
easier.
I think it was birthday cake vodka. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Stuff was
That's
great.
what lets me know that men are primarily in charge of marketing and development of liquor because I was like, man, we outlawed candy cigarettes because they were actual candy.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't want the kids
Fake
don't
smoking.
Even
fake sm-
pretending to
We
smoke.
don't want to we don't want candy and cigarettes.
Well, do you remember the
but
candy
for liquor?
cigarettes?
Anything that might improve a guy's chance of getting laid a little bit. It's like, well, let's bump the brakes.
Do you remember the candy cigarettes that were rolled and it was bubble gum in there, but you could blow on it and actually
yeah.
dust would come out
Yeah.
as if you were puffing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
almost like that. I don't know what it was. Whatever the Fun Dip thing's made out of.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
some kind of
Powdered
crunchy
sugar.
chalk.
They don't make.
It was dust. I don't know if they make it, but they still sell it. There's like
Candy cigarettes?
Oh,
Kings?
definitely.
Isn't that what they were
Oh,
called?
definitely. And my kids have bought them before. There's a place down in downtown St. Charles. It's like a candy shop or ice cream shop. I forget what
Really?
they focus on. Oh, dude, they got a. And the funny thing is, if I remember right, I don't remember if this was this one or one down in Arkansas that we saw. It was in a glass case, as if you were buying paraphernalia or something. You know, like the little boxes
Yeah.
were under a glass
It was
case.
an Illinois
I'll
thing.
take the Lucky Strikes.
Somebody does bring up a good one because I did have this. There was a bacon vodka for Bloody Marys. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I gave that to you.
Excellent.
I gave you that stuff too. I'm almost certain I gave you the bacon one.
He gave me one like it was a birthday cake and like key lime pie. Key lime pie.
Oh yeah, the
Come
key
on,
lime
man.
pie one.
I see.
Lime pie.
I was prime for that whole movement of whatever it was. I was like, give me it all. I want every flavor. Peach ring. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, we were trying to protect kids, but then the minute that it was like, whoa, hold on, boys. We want the ladies drinking.
Yeah.
It's like they were willing to turn. Everything was candy flavored. Everything was like child
Pineapple
flavored.
upside down.
Peach ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had pineapple upside down.
Oh.
Bubble gum. Mountain Dew. And I'm like, who is this for? Are we trying to get, is there a third grade mixer happening somewhere? What is, because
Screw your ice cream social.
Right.
I'm telling you, they still sell
Kings,
these.
those were the
Lucky,
ones.
Yeah, Lucky Lights,
Now that
Kings,
you-
and Target candy cigarettes. They still have these somewhere. I
We
don't know
always
if they're
got
still-
ours
Man.
from the ice cream man. That's where they had candy
Oh, that's
cigarettes
not
on
real.
the ice cream
Oh, that's
truck.
not good.
On the
dude.
No.
truck.
That
That's
sounds
awesome.
They
suspect.
had it, but they were like 50 cents. So if you didn't have a lot of money,
So
you could
Lucy's,
get.
did he have like just one?
Yeah, that's what we would do. We'd be like, listen,
I'll sell you
man.
Lucy for a nickel.
One.
Exactly. I don't have the full 50 cents for the pack, but you got a
Crack
little.
it open.
Yeah.
He had one
Go-
turned upside
Go
down.
up and go back to the
Did you ever get the gum cigar?
Yeah, that's right next to
big
it.
cigar
Oh, the gum
Yeah.
cigar, yeah, the big pink
Those were
ones. Those
awesome.
were so gross.
Lucky Camels?
Whoa.
No, that can't be.
Lucky Stripe.
It always looks like an old Western. One of them was an old Western.
These are the ones that the kids got
The rolled-
not long ago. These things.
We always had the King's one is the one that I've seen.
yeah,
the red pack.
looking like a Marlboro.
Yeah.
You know where I
Not the
saw
ones with the chalky ones. I'm
No,
talking
no,
the
so-
bubblegum ones that were wrapped in the
The
paper.
bubblegum
You're talking
ones
about
are
these,
cigars.
The Target ones.
No,
Are
we
those-
had
no.
when I was growing up. They were wrapped in paper, and
That's
they
what
were
this is. Look,
gum.
it's wrapped in paper, and they have like a chocolate one and a gum one,
I've never seen those.
and they have the dust. So I mean, as long as you're not breathing in, if you breathe in, then you're just choking on that dust stuff.
Well, Mary, how old are you?
33.
the chalky ones were. They still sell those at. Now that you mention it, I saw them at the Uranus Fudge Factory.
Oh, all bets are off. There.
Yeah, they're out.
Have you driven past that on your way to a gig?
No.
So in central Missouri,
Oh, actually, yeah, I think I have.
there's a town called Uranus, and they lean in very hard
Oh, I'm sure.
to the pun. And there's like a Uranus Fudge Factory with a ton of inappropriate jokes, and people just
Yeah.
take their kids there.
Is the actual town called that, or I
Yeah.
thought it was just the Fudge Factory was
No,
called
it's
that?
Uranus, Missouri.
Oh,
So
I,
that's
Is
why.
it?
I did not know that.
I'm going to look that up.
Pretty sure it is. I don't know why else they would call it. If they just invented that
Just
for
for
the
the
pun,
pun.
that's sad.
It's actually St. Robert.
Yeah, Uranus Inc. is just the company.
Someone just came up with that?
Yeah, it's the Uranus
Marketing
Fudge Factory
genius.
in St. Robert off Highway Z.
It's a tourist attraction. It's not a town.
But they
That's insane.
had a
That's insane.
they had like the Uranus Daily Gazette. Like it was a whole. They really did.
It's packed with families doing Route 66 trips.
Oh, it's packed.
And you go in.
it
Oh, yeah.
is.
And trust me, they're making the jokes.
Right.
Hey, and the fudge is good. It is
I
good.
love fudge.
They had candy cigarettes in their little general store. Because I remember Tina and I went in and I was like, what? I thought these were illegal. Maybe not. Missouri's just playing by a new set of rules.
Next time you drive past, you got to buy Mary a shirt that says Uranus Fudge Packers Union.
Oh,
And there is a
They have
T-shirt
them.
that says that for $19.99.
1999. Got it.
Proudly
I got
packing
$20.
fudge in Uranus since 2015.
It also says that Uranus holds the Guinness World Record title for the largest belt buckle.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, are you
There is a
serious?
T-shirt
There's a pun with that, too.
like straight out of Compton, straight out of Uranus. They have that.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, it's all owned by one guy who calls himself the mayor of Uranus.
His picture is up.
my God. The mayor.
They have the Uranus jail, pack them in.
They have the local band is the Uranus Pickers Reach Around America tour.
And they have a chicken that's a lead singer, and it's like an animatronic band. It's so.
Do you guys think that this was just like one dad who kept cracking jokes and his family was like, dude, we're sick of it. And he's like, I'll make $1 million one
you?
day.
That's right.
I'm going to build a town.
Yeah, and then he did. And people
He
buy
did.
it.
And I'm not kidding you.
Don't dare me.
This is not a joke. This is a fact. There is a mini golf course called Putt Pirates.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And,
And
then
people
he's
take
like,
their children.
every time this guy gets his tax returns, he's like, take that, Helen. Bet
Well,
you never wish you left now.
I think you're right because the owner lists his professional skills as, quote, dictator and freestyle rapper.
Hey,
like
there
this
used to be
guy.
a strip club. Is there still the strip club there? There used to be a
Uranus
strip club
strip
there.
club?
I don't know, man.
Our boobs are out of this
No, it's a
world.
family.
There used
It's
to be a
family
strip club
place
there.
now.
When asked what got him elected as the mayor of Uranus, he said, "I'm very handsome."
There's no way this is a real person.
Oh, yes, it is.
I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, the Fudge Factory used to be a strip club.
I'll tell you, dude.
Are you serious?
Oh, the paper was the Uranus Examiner. Yes, that's right. I think that is. I thought it just went under.
Yeah, I think it closed already.
Wait a minute.
Because they
So
got shut down. Remember the state or somebody shut them down?
the Fudge Factory has a newspaper.
Yeah, but they created it and then instantly it was like the town or the county or someone shut them down.
He said he had a vision for it, and it came to him while he was drinking.
Oh,
A Sparks.
no. No, yeah, sparks infused with birthday cake
I was
vodka.
4 sparks in.
Well, he had a vision for a town named Uranus. He traveled all over when I was a kid. My parents were livestock dealers. We always used to stop at these roadside things, and I just loved him. I remembered him. And he wanted to create one that people would remember.
Yes, talking about it now.
And he did it, dude.
Good for him.
Perfect for puns, billboards, T-shirts. The best fudge comes from Uranus.
The man had a vision.
People love to play in Uranus.
You know, a lot of
Leave skid
people are
marks around
a lot
Uranus.
of people are all show no go. This guy is show and go.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
He has the Uranus Ice Cream Company. One lick of Uranus, and you'll go nuts.
It says cashiers in the general store must wave out customers with the cheerful quote, "Thank you for picking Uranus."
Yes, and dude,
That's so good.
they have to say it every single time a new person walks in.
It's
so
like-
if it's crowded and you're in there, there's an employee shouting, "Thank you for picking Uranus." Every time the bell rings.
I've never been.
It's
That is
wild.
Great.
I'd driven past it on my way to gig. It's on 44, so like anytime I did a gig in Tulsa or Oklahoma City or anything like that, I'd drive past it and I'm like, one of these days I'm stopping.
Yeah.
And we did a float trip about a month ago, and I'm like, didn't have anywhere to be on our way back, and I go, let's pop in and see what this is all about.
Yeah, you've driven past so many times.
And it lived up to how horrible I thought it would
That's
be.
amazing. I mean, this guy, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Because most dads just buy like the T-shirts or the,
Yep.
the little signs to put in their man cave. And he's like, I'm going to make a business out of
Yeah,
this.
and it's
And he's
been going,
successful.
apparently.
Yeah, his sign off on this thing is my ideas are scary things. But he says he wants visitors to not be scared to probe Uranus and find the mayor who's busily building his Shangri-La one toilet joke at a time. Make sure you mention how handsome I am.
Hey, we salute
What
you.
does this guy look like? Is he actually good looking?
Is he handsome?
He's got to be a handsome boy.
Pull him
You
up.
think?
There he is right there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's a handsome
Yes, he
boy.
is.
Oh, God.
He's the most handsome mayor in Uranus.
He's got to be rich.
Well,
It was the
yeah.
Honorable
Got to be doing well.
Lewis Keene.
He looks like he's about to do a hot dog eating
Louis
contest.
Louis Keene.
Don't call him Lewis. It's Louis.
King Louis. Fudge of the month, orange creamsicle, honoring the popsicle in Uranus.
Well, I tell you what, I salute you, Mayor Keene.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
man.
I'm going to get the coffee mug, Parks and Recreation. City of Uranus. People love to play in Uranus.
Hey, just so you know, and I
They got a
looked this
tattoo
up.
shop, dude.
I actually have something on this. What's the difference between sell by and use by?
Sell
Like,
by.
do
and
you
use
know
by.
the difference between sell by and use by?
Well, sell by is like, the shelf, the quote unquote shelf life as far as the business goes. When they, because don't they have to like send back something or throw it out if
Well,
it's past
here's the
a
deal.
particular
Food-
arbitrary date?
Food dating is not mandated much by federal law except for baby food and formula. Okay.
And beer, I believe.
Dating is actually up to the manufacturer. So when you see expiration date, food should be thrown away after the expiration date. It is no longer safe to eat.
I
Interesting.
just don't buy into all that. I feel like that's a cop-out to get you to buy more stuff.
Yeah, these are
Hot
arbitrary
sauce
dates.
is not expiring.
Thank you.
Mustard is not expiring. There's some things. Eggs, sure. Lunch meat, sure.
Now, it may not have an expiration date. It may have a sell by date or use by date.
That's usually, I feel like, with produce, not produce, but
We
like
don't
meats.
mess with expiration dates.
I'm saying
don't mess
even
with
on
that.
condiments, you think your mustard expired?
I'm not rolling the
vinegar.
dice. I'm not willing
I'm
to.
with Mary.
It's a
Those are
vinegar
arbitrary
base.
You
dates.
drink bacon vodka. You're not going to roll the dice on mustard that expired a month ago?
No.
Come on.
But it's,
Arbitrary
just,
dates.
it's vinegar and there's nothing in it.
That's what I mean.
Use
go
by
bad.
or best use by date. This is a suggestion on when the food should be used to ensure best quality. It is generally safe to consume food that is past the use by or best use by date.
Okay.
There must
The
be
quality
something.
may suffer.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
there must be something with quality or the law when it comes to beer, because I think most of those, even the big boy companies, once something was technically expired from that born on date or whatever the heck it is, they would give it free to employees. That was like, remember, like back
Is
in
there
the
an
day.
expiration date on beer?
Most of them
Oh,
have a
100%.
born on date,
A born on date,
which means
not an
this
expired
is,
date.
I don't think that they do.
That born on date, that's just a marketing
That
thing
was a-
for
that was a
expiration dates. Yeah, that was a gimmick, but that was an expiration date flip. It's the same thing. I'm telling you, they all expire. Like all the people we know in the alcohol industry, they get a ton of free
You do.
alcohol, and
When
most
you
of it.
rotate, when we would rotate the beer coolers, we
Yeah, but I don't think it says it on there.
I don't think it says it. I don't think there's an expiration date.
I think
There's a date.
There has to be something.
It's like a filling date or
I'll
something.
bet you there's some kind of code that will tell a
That might be
store when it was put in the bottle.
Maybe from what I
But
understand.
John Q. Public don't know.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe AB back in the day, all employees of AB on every Wednesday or every Friday or whatever it was, they all got a free six-pack, and it was because it was like that day's quote-unquote expired beer because they're not going to sell it because the quality might suffer. in
Right.
I'm
some way.
sure that you're right.
There's an expiration date.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, I was like, I think
stand
there's on the bottle. now.
Okay, so Rizz, my question for you. Say
Yeah.
you have a container of yogurt at the house, right? And it is today, right? It is Friday the 15th, and this expires on the 16th. Does something magical happen at midnight that this yogurt's no longer good? You're going to throw it out?
I'll go a couple days past.
You will. Okay. That was my
But
question.
if it's like a week or two,
I agree with you on that.
Goodbye.
Depending on the food, you don't want to mess with it.
no.
But I don't believe in it for condiments. I'll use expired salad dressings and things like that. I'm like, there's nothing in here.
Agreed. Hot sauce is as good as ever.
Then there's a sell-by. This is when the item should stop being displayed for sale. Items with this phrase are generally safe for consumption after the date, but the food may lose flavor and eye appeal.
Yeah.
I'll even
That's
roll the
thing
dice
to
at an Airbnb sometimes.
Dude, I am not a great. I ate breakfast at a Quick Trip today. Okay, like I'm really not that worried
Nothing
about
wrong
it.
with that.
You're my
You know?
spirit animal.
Hey, so Jeff in the chat says AB still gives employees free beer, 2 cases a month, and it's fresh.
They do?
Cases a month?
I thought they stopped doing that when InBev bought them, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, so an employee gets 2 cases of beer a month?
I don't know. According
You
to
get 48
Chat
beers
Room
to
Jeff.
drink in 30 days.
Damn.
They're perpetuating. They're like, we'll never go out of business this way.
Yeah, my father-in-law had a career there, and if I remember right, I don't remember the details, but yeah, they were given free beer every week, or something like that.
That's crazy.
Well, I think that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't drink that much beer, but
certainly one of the perks.
yeah, that is a perk of.
What if you don't drink? Can they give you like a gift card or something for something else?
I don't think you can get the cash equivalent.
I don't
Why
think,
not?
I
They
don't
give
think
you
you
a
get the job
bribe.
there either.
That's not fair. That's not fair. If you're like a quality inspector or something,
I don't know. Would you want to hire somebody at an airline who's afraid to fly?
it's not
I don't
about
think
being
so.
afraid. I'm not afraid to get drunk. I'm awesome at it. That's why I had to stop.
What if they're the greatest
You know?
salesperson ever, man?
That's what I'm
When
saying.
you master a craft, you move on.
Yeah,
you
you
retire.
quit on top.
Yes, exactly.
There's nowhere to
we
go
get
from
it.
here.
We're both in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. We both hung. We got our jerseys are in the rafters.
Yes, they are.
Riz, at least you know somebody's not going to get high on the supply.
That's the other
There's
thing.
plenty of supply.
You're not stealing.
AB
You
is
have to
not
worry
running
about
out
it.
of supply.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
What
if
if
I
it's the-
worked there,
Yeah, the best brewmaster of all time.
just doesn't happen to.
Ah, what, doesn't happen to drink?
I got a problem
Then
with
how do you
control.
I'm here because I love the science of it.
Yeah,
I just want to be around yeast.
barley gets me
Well,
going.
if you're a brewmaster and you don't drink, how are you supposed to taste your batch?
You have a partner who tastes it.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
can
matter.
smell it.
You
You
don't
can
even need
so
to taste
good.
it. I know
Not
the science
taste it.
behind it.
Stop it.
You can get so good that you can do it by smell.
No.
or feel.
Doesn't work that
You
way.
pour it on
Stick your hand in
slugs.
it.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
Doesn't
no,
work
no,
that
no, no,
way.
no. You taste it and you spit it out like a what is it?
Sommelier?
Or a coffee cupping guy.
Hey, before we move on, I do
A
want
coffee
to.
Cupper.
Coffee cupping guy.
Coffee cupping
you
guy?
know, you know that guy. That
What's the
coffee
word for like
cupping guy.
a coffee taster?
A cupper.
No,
That's not the
no, there's
name.
like a sommelier. There's like one of them
Folger.
words.
Folger.
Yeah.
Bean dude.
Bean
There's
dip.
a couple local stories I want to get to before we move on to the. We got to crown the Freak of the Week. Or
Oh, yeah.
two ads move on to the next round of the Freak of the
Oh,
Year
they're called
playoffs.
Q graders. Okay.
That's lame.
Q
less cool.
graders.
I keep turning around like everything you is
Yeah,
going to
we
be
got
on there.
behind Mary's a big screen.
There,
Great.
it says.
There you go. It says Q grader on the
graders.
screen. There you go. A jury has awarded a guy from St. Charles County $2.3 million after an electronic cigarette battery blew up in his face. I don't know if anybody smokes the e-cigs.
Might be worth it.
So the cigarette battery exploded in his mouth, broke his teeth, fractured his jaw, burned his hand. So he got $2.3 million out of the deal.
Which company?
Let me see, attorneys for Brian Durham argued during a 4-day trial last week that e-cigarette distributor Lightfire Holdings, LLC, handed customers a, quote, tiny pipe bomb with a powerful, unprotected lithium-ion battery and did not warn them of the potential dangers.
Worth it.
The lawyer said, it's like they hand you a brick of C4 and tell you it's Play-Doh.
That's a good line, man.
Wow.
That sounds like a Harrison Ford quote.
And that won the lawsuit?
You have no comprehension that what you're handling is that volatile and has that much potential energy stored inside it. So remember, e-cigarettes, came on the market 2007, billed as safer, cleaner alternatives to cigarettes. Sales, tremendous. Sales rose from 2008 to 2012 from $20 million to $2.5 billion.
Dude.
Within 4 years. So this guy was sitting on the couch back in 2017 when this thing exploded while he was puffing. He wrapped his arm in a towel, drove himself to the emergency room in O'Fallon, Missouri, where he passed out. He was taken to downtown Barnes Jewish Hospital. He had oral and hand surgery, stitches in his arm, permanent scars, nerve damage. So the jury issued the verdict. $352,000 in compensatory damages, $2 million in punitive damages.
I'm doing it.
Dang.
That's worth it to me.
I'm going to buy as many e-cigarettes as possible, hoping one explodes in my face.
For $2.3 million, you don't need all your teeth. There's people walking around with no teeth, and they don't have $2.3 million.
Do you really like vaping? Oh, no, I hate vaping. I'm
missing
just
a
here
tooth
to...
right now.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Wouldn't it be better if you had $2.3 million?
This is my business
A lot
plan.
better.
Yeah, this is my business plan. I'm just trying to get it to blow up in my face.
For $2.3 million, I'll pull 3 of my own teeth live
Give me
on
some
the air.
pliers.
Hey, get this.
There you go.
The chat room Jeff guy that was
Putting it
talking
out
about the passing out beer, he says, I was the beer passer outer guy. If you don't drink, you can get swag or soda.
Oh, look at that.
You can get the
AB?
cash equivalent. Yeah, I mean, not cash, but you can get the swag or soda.
Oh,
equivalent.
cool. Another stuffed Clydesdale. Awesome.
Yeah. A beer
Yo.
koozie for my pop.
You got to
I love
admit,
that.
some of their merch down there, every time
They
we get
got
the
a lot
Super
of
Bowl,
that-
they
very
got the
nice
coolest
merch,
sweaters
yeah.
ever.
Don't besmirch the merch.
I'm not besmirching the merch.
All right.
Have you been to the brewery? Oh, it's nice.
Yeah. I quit drinking 4 years ago.
Yeah, she
and
already told you that like
that's
4
okay.
times.
But
You don't have to be a drinker to go to the brewery.
That's right. They give you
just to
swag.
work there.
Yeah.
Just to be the brewmaster, okay? This is it's
Pepper
required.
Clydesdales.
Yeah.
It's history.
I used to work for a bar chain in Ohio that their specialty was craft beer and whiskey. So we got sent to all kinds of breweries. We did the bourbon trail. We picked out barrels of whiskey and stuff like that. So I have a lot of experience in that type of thing, but I've never been to the Anheuser-Busch
It's a good
one.
tour. It's a nice
It
piece
is a great,
of property,
it is a great tour.
It's a lot of
very
history.
cool. And it comes with free beer.
which
See?
you will.
But it's hard when you're a recovering alcoholic. It's like, yeah, I get it. This is history, but this is also something that like ruined my life. I don't really care how the magic is made. you know what I
well,
mean?
you know,
Like-
it's hey, would you like to take a tour of the meth factory?
Exactly. Like that's what it is.
A lot of history here.
Come on over, check it out. You know.
Here's another local story making the rounds. A man allegedly stole more than $64,000 in cash from Walmart stores nationwide.
In
And he-
cash?
In cash. This is the dumbest. Listen, Walmart employees,
They don't care.
I love you.
They don't care.
But man, some of you are dumb.
Oh, no. He's just doing like basic math scam or something?
Not even that. not even that. So this guy was going nationwide stealing money, and he targeted a couple St. Louis area stores in a, quote, sleight of hand scheme. Sleight of hand.
He's a
Ta-da.
magician.
Tens or hundreds?
So this guy
Pardon me.
been charged with one count of wire fraud, one count of interstate transportation of stolen property. So this guy entered the U.S. He's a foreign guy. Entered the U.S. from South Korea on a visitor visa last March. Traveled across the country, entered various retail stores, Walmarts, and used sleight-of-hand techniques to steal cash. So as part of the scheme, he would typically make a small purchase, and he would go to the cashier and say he and his family collect U.S. currency, typically $100 bills. And he'd ask the cashier, hey, can you show me I just want to see what they look like. Can you show me some of the $100 bills you have in your drawer?
I like this.
And they go, okay.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay.
What a nice man.
So he'd ask the cashiers to show him bills in the cash register so he could examine them. He would then, sleight of hand, secretly place some of the bills into his sleeve or in his pocket.
I don't hate this guy. This is on the cashier. This is not, if you're dumb enough to pull hundreds out of your register.
Yeah.
And just hand them over to a random customer.
That's what I
to play
mean.
with.
But he collects them.
It's just part of his thing. It's like, old buttons.
Oh, man, you know the stats I want to know? I want to know what percentage did that. What percentage did he ask?
Enough, $62,000 worth.
64,000.
64.
Okay, so he did that here
He's been doing this for years.
In St. Peters, O'Fallon, Warrenton, Eureka, and Arnold.
Oh, there's like 4 people right now that are listening going, oh, no, that was me.
He also stole cash from 9 other states, including Illinois, in this scheme.
64 grand.
That's
In hundreds.
6,400 times.
Look at you with the math.
Successful
Just
times.
drop a zero off.
That is insanity. He must have been taking stacks going from cashier to cashier in one store, right? I mean, think of the miles. He probably spent that in gas just to get to all these damn places.
640.
But what moron?
What was he swapping out?
He wasn't
He
swapping
wasn't
anything.
swapping anything.
They
He
were
was just asked to see the $100
Showing him
bills.
hundreds.
And he would
and he was
slide it
pocketing
into
them.
his sleeve like a magician.
They'd probably hand him all the hundreds in the drawer.
6 of them. He hands back 3.
Hands back 3.
Yeah, I get the victim blaming
amazing.
because that is
Dumb.
dopey.
Dude, that's not his fault. And here's the thing. I love a get-rich-quick scheme. I
They just
really
handed
do.
me the money.
I don't know if you noticed that when I was like, I'll smoke a vape for $2.3 million. This guy's not in trouble for stealing. Because did he really steal it?
He's looking at 30 years in prison.
Yes, apparently, yes.
But he didn't. They took it out of the drawer.
But when
He didn't take it out of the drawer. They did.
But when the judge sentenced him to 30 years, he
No, he could face up to 30
he put
years.
20 years up his sleeve.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's only going to serve 10.
Judge is like, this guy's good.
Show me those 30
I
years.
didn't get that.
Can you show me those 30 years? I'm collecting years.
Collecting years. Trouble with 30 years.
Show
you
me.
mind if I
Just wanna check it out.
Judge, you mind if I see that that paper you're signing there?
Real quick. I just want to look at it.
This is a menu of a Chinese restaurant he handed back to me.
How did he do it?
Man, don't you want to see a video of this? I want to see that. I want to see the video.
I want to hear what he's saying.
I want to see the face on the cashier that goes, yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's do
No,
that.
they'd
Let's stop
probably
the
just-
line temporarily so you can check out this
they're
fan
probably
of
just
hundreds.
handing them over.
Handing them over. Mind blowing.
Are they got to lose their jobs, right? Like those cashiers.
I don't know.
I would imagine.
I don't know. He,
Unless Walmart's like
he
incidentals.
asked to see the. Yeah,
Dude, when I worked
customer's
at,
always right.
Yep.
Bless you.
when I worked at a gas station, people would get fired for,
Way less than that.
well, not marking. Like if you got 100, you had those pens.
brown mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, the yellow markers.
So if you got,
Yellow mark.
like if you
It
took
turns brown.
if you took a counterfeit, like they'd either want you to pay or.
So then,
happened too
okay,
many times,
if you
like-
take a counterfeit.
So I would
and-
imagine if you lost $300, you're probably getting fired.
That's what I mean.
I was a cashier at Walmart one summer in college, and I think we could only be over or under something like $2 or $3. Then
There's
you
a
get
little
wrote
bit
up,
of, yeah.
and then if you get up 3 times, they get rid of you.
No, yeah, I remember that. He ran the photo department.
Scott, we just counted you out. You're $400 short. Well, there was the guy that asked to see the $100 bills.
Nothing out of the ordinary happened today. I don't know how
That's
this happened.
crazy. Right.
Gee,
Normal shift?
The
I
guy
don't
at
know.
the ski mask. The guy at the ski mask wanted to see the money.
How could that be?
He's I in my mind, this guy like had on a top hat and a wand,
I want to see the
and
video.
like clearly a magician. Just came in, had like a big handlebar mustache and
And
a
a
monocle and
dove.
tails, and like he came in and like flowers shot out of his sleeve. He's like, "Do you have any hundreds?"
I collect them.
I just want to see what they look like.
Yeah, I want to see
This
the
guy
full bit.
seems rich. He wouldn't want to steal. He's got a top hat on.
I want to see the full bit,
Idiot.
and I want to know what the Was it like a stick of gum? Was it like a
Probably some sort
toothpaste?
or like
what was
a
he,
candy bar
What was he
or
buying
something.
as the item?
They just said small items.
I gotta know.
But see, I think this is also him using like being a foreigner to his advantage, where Americans are so stupid that they'd be like, "Oh, he's just interested in our culture. Like, he just wants to see." That's so sweet.
Somebody's taking a liking.
Hey, Daryl.
Just in our culture.
Hey, Daryl, this dude ain't never seen $100 bill
You
before.
hear that? That's
crazy.
Let's show him 12 of them.
Yeah,
He's
won't
going to
go.
really flip when he sees. Yeah, he's going to flip when he sees a whole stack of them.
It's gonna be crazy. And next, we'll take you to the McDonald's.
Yeah,
Let
bring
you
your
have some
hundreds
French
over
fries.
here too. Let's give them a whole stack. Let's combine
Idiots.
Also, like, how do you not know how many you handed?
them all. Yeah.
I thought he was doing sleight of hand, like putting like a $1 bill where the 100 was.
Maybe he
Yeah,
was
me
doing
too.
that. Maybe he was doing that. I don't know.
If he was just pocketing them, that is the worst sleight of hand. He just puts it in his pocket. Where'd it go?
He just runs out.
Your hand went in your pocket. When it came out, there was nothing in it.
That's crazy.
Wow. All right, it's time to send 2 ads to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. So, Moon, if you would shut down the votes.
Shut down.
All right, so Rafe, you'll read the top 2. Okay,
Top
the
2?
top 2 vote getters. We'll go through here. So, Mary, we throughout the year scour Craigslist,
Okay.
international Craigslist, because
Ooh.
they stop the personals here in the States. So we look for the freakiest ads. We read 3 a week. Our listeners vote for their favorite ad, and that ad will move on to the playoffs.
Okay.
And we're in the playoffs now.
Got it.
One ad will be crowned the Freak of the Year.
Today?
Not today.
Okay.
32 ads in this single elimination tournament. We're still in round number 1, so we got 4 past champions going at it. 1 will move on to round number 2, which begins next week.
Got it.
So we read the ads. Listeners name the ads just for identification purposes. And here's how it all shook out for the playoffs. 2 ads moving on to the next round. So with 1.6% of your vote, not a great showing for
Ass kicking.
Quentin Tantrictino, who is now out of the competition. Congratulations, Quentin Tantrictino.
Goodbye.
See you, bud.
This was the hot yoga guy
Yeah.
that was offering free classes for anybody to show up, specifically women between the ages of 18 to 22.
Oh, interesting.
And he's going to take pictures and video just for promotional use.
Yeah, total creep, but not a Freak of the Year candidate.
I am a
at all.
professional instructor with almost a full year under my belt.
Almost.
Yeah, pro, total pro.
And with
So-
your help, we'll get to 2.
I told him yesterday this is the open micer giving you notes
Yeah.
at the end of your set.
He is an expert in tantric yoga, which I don't know if that's a thing.
I've never heard of that. I've been doing yoga for a while, and I've never
Have you heard of
that.
tantric yoga?
I have not.
Well,
I think he made that up.
Quentin Tantricino, you're out.
Sting invented it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, in third place with 9.6% of your vote, we say goodbye to Stoop Dog.
Yeah. The guy who had a house and then he came out to investigate on his stoop, and God pulled your mouth open like a Pez dispenser and filled you with Long Island iced teas and tequila shots. So he found a guy passed out on his porch and then rubbed his legs with coconut oil and gave him a full massage, and then you disappeared, and now he's interested in knowing what your
He
ankles
wants
smell
to
like.
know where you are.
How you doing?
So this is, imagine you find somebody passed out on your porch.
You don't call the police.
No, and you just rub his ankles and feet with coconut oil.
Yeah,
gave
you're
him
like,
a
that's what
massage.
needs to happen next. He's a little dry. You know, it's that time of year.
all
I should-
been
Ooh,
there.
you are ashy.
yeah, right.
I
Gave
could
him
have
a
used that
massage?
treatment a few times when I was boozing it up.
Right?
Ooh, you are
How many
ashy.
times I've woken up in a lawn that wasn't mine?
Oh, yeah.
It'd been nice to have a little
I've-
ankle massage.
I've fallen into shrubs and realized it was easier to just sleep it off than
Oh,
to try
yeah.
to climb out before.
Yeah.
And imagine waking up and go, boy, I am moisturized.
Hydrated.
After a night of wearing high heels, yes, rub my feet. I deserve this.
All right, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. Congratulations, our second place vote getter with 25.6% of your vote. Licky. You ready, Rafe?
I'm ready.
Licky Glazer.
Licky Glazier, tongue bath, man for woman, 31 years old, Vancouver. I'm ready to lick you from bottom to top. I'll start with your heels and run my wet tongue up the bottom of your foot and slide it between each and every one of your toes. Please have on new white socks when you arrive. I love the little lint balls I might find. From there, I'll go over the tops of your feet and then run my tongue around your ankles. I'll be licking clockwise, around and up your legs. I'll lick each leg individually and work my way up to your promised land. I won't spend too much time there. Not my favorite place to be after a couple bad experiences. Wink, wink. I'll continue my journey up around your waist and then up to your chest. I'll take my time up there. Your neck is next, followed by your face. I'm going to lick the hell out of your face. I can't wait. I'll end up at your forehead. I should be totally satisfied at that point. Thank you for playing. Please, no scented soaps for 3 days beforehand. Ben.
All right, there you go. Licky Glazer.
Wow.
Moving on to the next round.
I didn't notice yesterday, but I like that
playoffs.
I like that he gave a salutation. He signed it Ben.
Yours
this-
truly, Ben.
Is it a paid opportunity? Or is this just for
It
the
didn't seem
experience?
like money was being offered.
No.
It seemed like this was just for the experience.
Yep.
People are into feet, man.
Oh, yeah.
I sell feet pics.
Oh, you do?
I do.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
We got to get into that.
Nice little side hustle.
We
But
were
the-
Trying to get an OnlyFans going. We want to fund our own Taco John's in St. Louis with the Rizz Show.
Well, and
Only
the
feet.
company is not really thrilled about us doing it.
Yeah, Hubbard's
Well,
not real thrilled.
They
I've
saw
been
our
offered
feet and
cash
they're
for
like,
mine.
nah.
You've been offered for your feet? Have you cut them off? Or
No, for pics.
Oh,
Multiple times, and I just don't know their
you got
value.
nice feet?
I have beautiful feet. in
Do
fact.
you actually?
I really do.
He does have nice feet.
Apparently, they're kind of hairy. I didn't know
Well,
that.
you're a man.
I thought that was basic.
I said that to you once,
No,
and
no,
that
my
stuck
wife.
with you.
My wife said that too. She's like, "Yeah, you're definitely
Yeah,
more
hobbit feet.
hairier." Yeah,
I
that's what she
cried the
said.
first time I saw his feet.
But they're very. I take care of them.
All right,
They're-
well, I'll
they're
give you guys some
beautiful feet.
pointers on how to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
in minutes.
yeah. I want your.
He passes out on stoops,
Yeah.
and his feet are very well oiled.
I want
Coconut
your
oil.
take. I want your take.
I will.
Are you taking it?
Oh, we're
you're
doing it
taking
right
your
now?
shoes and socks
Okay.
off? Nah, no
Feet
time.
out.
Okay,
see
got
those
some
yellow
shoe
nails,
marks. Don't
man.
get too close. 'Cause-
Let me see your soles. Because that's what a lot of guys are actually into, the sole. You don't have a very high arch. You got kind of a flat foot.
very
But
smooth.
Not a lot of
Foot.
wrinkles.
Are you out of your mind? Look,
Is that a
look
Fred
from the
Flintstone
profile. It's a
arch?
great arch.
that's not a very good arch.
Are you crazy?
I have a very high arch. That's one of the things I get
that
complimented
not
on
good?
a lot.
Look
No,
at
it's not that it's not good. It's
Look
just that people are into different things.
You
And
see the hair?
typically a high arch is
I
a
didn't
big
real.
one.
I didn't realize how
Point
hairy
your
it
toes
was.
so I can see the top of your foot. Point it.
We got
there
to
you
get
go.
educated today.
Yeah, I mean it's an okay man foot. Your toes are pretty hairy, but yeah, it's very thin.
Yes, very narrow.
It's just a narrow.
It's
I
a
have
narrow,
ski- I have
dainty
skis
little
on.
foot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dainty, no.
it looks dainty.
I think there's a market for that, right?
That's
There's a market
that's
for that.
a narrow 10
There's
and
a
a
market
half.
for that.
Baby.
Market for little feet.
Hey, you know what?
They're not little feet.
Take those-
They're narrow.
Take those compliments and put them in your pocket.
Sleight of hand those right into your.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're
All right,
welcome.
we got to do one more
Sorry,
ad.
sorry.
We're coming back to this
Okay.
because I want to get educated on.
I want
do you want
a
your
monetary
foot?
value on that foot.
Do you want your foot graded by Mary?
Sure.
We could have all our feet graded by Mary.
I'll try
Are you
my
a
best.
foot person?
I know more about it because of selling the pictures. I was never into it until about like a year and a half ago.
Okay, well,
I was offered
we'll show you all our feet.
$350.
$350 for one picture?
I guess
You need to take that.
assume.
That's outrageous. That's
it?
yes.
Well, what are you going for? $20? Or are you going for $50?
Well, it depends. It depends on what. It's really just market value. What people are willing to pay. And if they're willing to pay $350,
Is that what you have on the menu, like
Yeah,
lobster?
MP.
Market value.
Yeah, 100%.
You can get
Fresh caught toesies.
a prime rib for $45.
Has somebody offered to pay for toenail clippings?
Oh, people offer for the craziest things.
Ugh.
Craziest things.
Oh my God!
Ooh,
I can't wait to talk
to
about
get
this.
into
Sorry,
it.
I'm sorry. I
Here we
didn't
go.
mean to.
Okay,
I didn't
No,
mean to
moving on,
go off.
moving
This is
on.
far more interesting, but we got to.
Moving on to the
Last
next
one, last
ad, our biggest vote getter of the week with 63.2% of your vote. Congratulations, Pooter McGavin.
Hooter McGavin, cake farts. Man for woman, 28 years old, Seoul, South Korea. What is your favorite cake topping? Hee hee. I'll tell you mine. Big rippin' farts. I want a playful Pooter to spend the evening with me, giving me my favorite sweet treat. Chainsaw farts on moist, spongy cakes. Nom, 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 nom. I will have many types of cakes ready to receive your essence. Want a cool sensation? Get naked from the waist down, spread your cheeks, and plop down on an ice cream cake. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. Tee-hee. Tee-hee is written in here.
I assumed it was.
I'm not tagging
Yeah,
this.
you're not going off the
I
script.
literally can't get enough. Watching that icing bubble with the shockwave of your flatulence sends shivers down my spine and makes the hairs on my body and other things stand on end. I will Joe while I watch you unload a long, loud, stinky one right on top like a cherry just for me. After you beef all over my little handheld treat, I'll gobble it up while it's fresh and get that fart into my belly. Once I hit my finish line, you can do whatever you want to me. Cover me in cake and icing and turn me inside out. I would like to videotape all of our play if you are cool with it. I won't show your face, only your noisy low ass. P.S. I don't expect you to do all the work. I will prepare a meal that will make you very gassy so you can bake me up some fresh air biscuits. I'll serve you cauliflower, cabbage, beans, onions, chocolate milk, and anything else you request that will stir up your insides.
What? Make it a soup. I like that.
America living in Seoul, hoping to find another one out there. Hooter McGavin.
All right. Congratulations. Hooter McGavin moving on to the next round of the
Pretty big win.
Freak of the Year playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah,
big win.
63%.
Big win, especially
win.
for playoffs.
That was a big win for the playoffs.
We got to take a break, but first. And that's brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From O'Fallon, Illinois, Tyson Long.
Yeah, Tyson.
Our Team Rizz member of the day. Tyson, longtime Rizz Show listener, loves getting ready for his workday while listening to the show. Feels the show is a great way to start conversations with his employees, annoy his wife, and bond with his 6-year-old daughter.
All right.
Tyson's favorite segments, loves matchup with Moon, Freak of the Week, and of course 3 and 5, which is what he plays with his daughter. Tyson Long from O'Fallon, Illinois, is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get the super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, Mary Santora is sitting in for Lern this morning
Hi.
at Funny Bone this weekend.
Yes, Funny Bone St. Charles.
St. Charles. How many shows tonight? 2 shows tonight?
2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 show Sunday.
All right.
And they're offering a deal?
They are. You can do 2-for-1 tickets.
Check that out.
So if you hear this, you hear us talking, you can just call into the box office. It opens at 11. And you just say, hey, I was listening to the radio show today, and they'll give you 2-for-1 tickets to any show this weekend.
That's the Rizz bump, baby. Go out
Rizz
there and get 'em.
bump.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails. RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Mary Santora is here.
Whoa. Hey.
See her at Funny Bone St. Charles this weekend. Call the box office after 11 o'clock. So you heard Mary on the Rizz Show. Get a 2-for-1 ticket.
Any show, valid for any show of the weekend. Come
Awesome.
on out.
Glad to have you here.
Go
Thank
see
you for
Mary.
having me.
She's extremely funny. Good,
Thanks.
extremely funny. You will not regret it.
Well, also, a fellow radio personality out there
right.
in Cleveland.
Yeah, doing it.
Real pro, doing it.
Alan Cox show out there.
All right, so we got your Friday fail stories coming up. Rafe's in memoriam is on the way. We got crap on celebrities in a second here. Porno birthday. If we have time, we'll give away the rest of our concert tickets. Play a game. I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh, you know what today is? Today is happy first day of archery hunting season.
Thank you.
Oh.
Missouri.
Appreciate that.
That makes sense. I got a buddy that's out there right now.
Bow and arrow hunting season for both deer and turkey kick off today. So, yeah, enjoy.
That's
I'm
a
ready
thing.
to go.
People
What?
hunt deer with bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like, like Bugs Bunny out there with it's like compound bows. And I mean, you can do the old
I'm
classic
picturing, like, Hunger
Robin Hood.
Games.
Yeah,
I
you,
do.
you
I
can,
used to hunt deer with a recurve bow. My dad was a recurve. He was very much against compound bows.
What is the
Why-
difference? I don't know anything about
So,
this.
compound
so you got
has, like,
long bows, you got long bows, compound bows, and recurve bows.
recurve is the Robin Hood looking thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm picturing.
So there's no pulley system. So when you pull back a compound bow, there's some let off. So if it's a 70-pound pull, when the pulleys break
Whoa.
over.
That looks like gym equipment of
Yeah.
compound
Oh, yeah.
bow.
Those are badass.
Right? That looks like a bow flex.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Well,
get
we
ripped.
spent a night in a Bass Pro Shop. They'll let us stay overnight.
And I came out of it with
Did
a
you jump-
$500 compound bow.
Look at you. Did you jump in the tank?
We fished in the
we
tank.
did
They allowed
fish.
us to fish.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
It was
We
awesome.
had a great breakfast.
Silly.
But yeah, you could use a compound. What's a long bow?
Longbow, I think, is a bow that's long.
That's long? Huh. Thank you, Moon.
yeah. There it is.
Oh, that looks like the first one.
Yeah, that's the
A
Robin
recurve
Hood.
That's
bow.
what my uncle would make. He
Recurve
used to
just
have
has
company with those.
it has like the little
Bloop-bloop, the
Yeah.
little squiggle.
Oh, you could also use crossbows.
Crossbows. That's
Crossbows.
what's his name used in
it's just a bow gun. Game of Thrones.
Walking
was
Dead.
it? Walking Dead. Daryl.
Crossbows, handheld string releasing devices, and
Yeah.
addle-addles. What the hell is an addle-addle?
That sounds like a deer call.
That's that big thing that's out on Hoth.
That's more of a...
Yeah, like a turkey. That's the turkey call.
AT.
When's slingshot season? That's what I'm going to...
Shut up. Slingshot
Thank you.
season.
Finally, somebody tells him to shut up. Thank you.
If you can kill a turkey with a slingshot, you deserve it.
Pretty good, man.
What? Can you look up an addle-addle? ATL...
Atlanta.
ATLS. One word.
Oh.
Advanced trauma life support.
No, that's not what we're looking for.
Addles.
I know a ladle.
What the hell?
Let's
A
see.
spear.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, it's a giant spear.
Cool.
That's like Ace Ventura. Those are the things that get thrown into his legs.
Oh, like Tommy Davidson. The Tommy Davidson scene.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, dude, those are badass. If you could if you could take down a turkey or deer with that,
I want to
good on you.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's addle season all the time, because if you can do that, go ahead.
Good on you.
There's no way. The accuracy that you have to have in throwing, this is what people like retired quarterbacks should do. They should addle.
What's that in the Olympics? Where they throw is it just
a javelin?
Yeah, javelin. There we go.
How to throw an addle.
It seems pretty complicated. Anyway, so it's that time of year where the men and women head off into the woods to go hunt deer and turkey. But it's bow hunting season, bow and arrow hunting season. That's today. Throughout the state, hunting is allowed 1/2 hour before sunrise, 1/2 hour after sunset. Again, long bows, compound bows, recurve bows of any draw weight, according to the Missouri Department of Conservation. Crossbows, handheld string releasing devices, addle-addles also allowed.
Wow, look at this.
Along with illuminated sights, scopes, and quick point sights.
So you basically have like this little handle scoop thing. It's not a spear. It's basically a giant arrow, and it even has the feathers on the back. And you throw you have this handle type thing, and then you throw it javelin style, but it acts as a giant arrow.
I'm trash at darts. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to kill your dinner with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant dart game.
Here's what you can't do. No sights that cast a beam of light on the animal. No night vision or thermal imagery. No electronic calls, activated calls, bait, or dogs. No live decoys used in hunting turkeys. No motor-driven vehicles to be used while hunting deer. That has been a problem, actually.
Yeah.
Where people are, like, hanging off the side of a car.
Oh, yeah. Just waiting.
Or driving and doing it.
As a drive-by?
Yeah.
Drive-by deer shootings?
A drive-by deer shooting.
Man, St. Louis has it all.
Yeah, we do.
Archers cannot be in possession of a firearm either. And then, of course, some counties in Missouri have antler point restrictions. So, hey, get out there.
Get out there.
And with that being brought up, jorts are officially back in style. Just read about that this morning.
All right.
Finally.
Huge news in dad fashion. Jorts are officially cool again.
Again.
Oh, you're saying were they ever cool?
Honestly, not my favorite look on a guy, all right? To be 100% honest with you.
What's wrong with jorts?
My brothers had a heavy Janko phase, and so they would cut their Jankos off in the summer. So when I think of jorts, that's what I picture.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
like
that's-
almost like a skirt.
I'm thinking the plum smugglers, like the really tight.
Hot legs?
Oh, little hot pants.
Yeah, the little stovepipe.
Oh, okay. That's not what I picture the exact opposite.
You're picturing jeans
Equally
short,
offensive.
like jeans cut with the frills?
Yes, but the Janko jeans were the big
yeah.
wide leg ones.
Yeah,
So
but-
then they would cut them off at like the knee.
Oh,
And they would
okay.
be, they looked ridiculous. They'd go like,
Well, Jenko looked
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, see, like this, like I wear these on stage for the '90s band sometimes, like real, like straight out of Eddie Vedder's wardrobe, 1992.
I don't mind that. Yeah.
Well, Gen Z is obsessed with jorts, apparently. Not just talking about cutoffs. They even like the long, baggy jean shorts your dad bought on sale at Walmart.
That's that second picture right there where they're like past your knees. They're way ill-fitting.
I mean, this is dopey looking.
It's stupid. Why is that person wearing rain boots? I don't like this.
Short, tight cutoffs and Daisy Dukes never went out of fashion. But
Yeah,
now
baby.
the 90s style longer ones that go past your knees are trendy, especially for women.
No.
Look at that.
I've been seeing some gals on Instagram rocking like the mom jorts.
That's so bad. Here's the thing. Whatever makes you happy, wear whatever you want, right?
Hey,
As long as you feel good and confident, then that's fine. I just think that it looks so silly.
Well, TikTok is full of videos on how to incorporate your jorts into your outfits. Even cargo pant jorts are acceptable again.
Yeah, look at this. These are back. I didn't even realize it until I saw a picture, but yeah, I see these all the time. The mom jorts.
Yeah.
Those are everywhere.
Now, and here's the thing. I don't know if middle-aged dads could pull off the look.
This is very 1998.
Or you have to be young to make it cool. But did dads ever really care about this?
No, that's what makes us awesome. Is we don't care about any of it.
If you're a middle-aged dad with a collection of jorts in your dresser, first of all, congrats on being ahead of the curve.
Dude, just stick to what you know. It'll come back in 20 years.
That's right.
I say that all the time. I have a guy. If you wait long enough,
It'll come back.
will come back into style. There's a guy in my hometown, Jason. Jobin.
He's about to come back to
Jason.
style.
Mullet. Oakley razor blades.
Yeah.
Tank top in February. Never pivoted. Was a cool. He sat in the little seat in the back of the bus, the little two-seater. You know, only the cool guy gets to sit in that seat.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Did they have the bike chain
Spit
wallet?
and dip into a Dr. Pepper bottle.
Cheesy mustache.
Real thin.
Yeah.
Or does he do the beard
No,
line?
he just didn't
Just
have.
the
He had
mustache?
Real
like
thin mustache.
He had like
Yeah,
my
right
kind
now.
of facial hair. He had
Yeah.
that wiry, like family tree doesn't fork all the way.
Yeah.
But he had like the spike on top, long mullet in the back, and then he just and a T-top Monte Carlo, and he rode the Lightning for 20 years, and now he's back, baby.
Oh, he had the Biffleby, the business in the front, long in the back.
That's right.
Oh man, that's
Little
tight.
LA look, spike it up. You're an inch and a half
Little
taller.
LA look.
LA look, spike it up. You're all of a sudden you're not 5'8", you're 5'10".
Look at you. I just think of like 90s country. That's what I picture.
1% body fat, like the guy that just like that skin, like your
We
dad's
wiry.
skinny.
Oh, yeah.
Wiry guy.
Wiry.
Drink as many Busch Lights as he wants. Never
I'm a
gains a
wiry
pound.
fella.
You ever,
for him.
you do the hair gel when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, no.
Oh, you never gelled it?
No, I mean shortly after that.
That's why you didn't have friends.
I
in
suppose
school.
when I had this, when I started growing like the giant fro thing out, I didn't like that it was so big, and I was working for that place down in 44 with the big bridge, and I thought I had to put something in it to keep it down, and I was broke. So you buy that pink gel crap. That's I think it's LA Lux or LA.
And it's either squeeze bottle.
It was in a squeeze
tub.
bottle. I had bubbles
the
in
tub.
it. Oh, it was so nasty. This stuff
Give me all the
sucked.
gel when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. I had a heavy gel phase in like middle school where I don't know why it was a trend. So you're talking 2000, 2001, 2002 to slick back your ponytail so hard. And then we would do like gel with a toothbrush so that it was like super, super slick. Or those like
I remember
bristle brushes and then hairspray on top of it. So it was like when you took your ponytail out, the whole top of your head didn't move.
Right.
That part was still slicked back. Man.
No, give me the thin comb, gel it up, and then when it would dry, sometimes it would flake
Oh, yeah. Big time.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Take
always
all the gel.
embarrassing.
My
If you wore a
dad.
black shirt.
My dad had, I think it was called jam gel. It was like green and
I see it
glittery.
in my head.
Yeah, it was a black jar, and when you opened it, it was green and glittery on the inside. I think it was called jam.
What was the
J-A-M.
glitter in there?
I don't
Because
know what
LA
the
Looks had it too.
I don't know what the glitter
What
was.
were the little flakes?
I don't think anybody ever
With
did.
the little specks.
Because it wasn't glittery in your hair. When you put it in, there was no glitter.
No.
So I don't know what that was, but that was what we would always use. My dad would get pissed. You're using all my jam.
That's my jam, baby girl.
Stay out of that. That's for roller skating night.
That's for the VFW.
Oh, okay. So the
Brenda
different
loves it.
the different brands were LA Looks and then Dep.
Dep?
Dep, yeah.
I thought it was called. Okay, maybe that's what I'm
Dep.
thinking. Is it black?
Dep gel.
No,
The
Jam's the.
I think there were a couple different.
So they had a blue thing like this.
jam hair gel.
The Dep tubes.
Oh, there was also the Clubman
No.
stuff is the one that they have at the barbershop.
Yeah, Dep.
Dep.
That was not
blue.
it.
LA Looks was pink.
LA Looks had the cool logo though.
LA
Yeah, because it looked like it came out of the mall.
Hey, by the way, before we took a break, we found out that Mary sells pictures of her feet.
Here it is, Mary.
Yes, she does. Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have like an OnlyFans?
No.
'Cause we were talking about doing it, and our company is not really down with us doing it.
Why?
We're not loving it.
It's a money thing, like who's going to handle money? Because we're, obviously looking to fund a Taco John's
Sure.
location.
Why wouldn't you?
So we figure selling our feet pictures to fund the place it's a noble cause.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And we know there's a demand.
I don't know much about the demand for men's feet, but I know that foot fetishes are very real and people are willing to pay a lot of money to do.
He meant there was a demand for a Taco John's. In St. Louis.
No duh. There's always demand for Taco John's.
Oh, no. I meant a demand for feet.
I know.
Okay,
And honestly, you owe me money.
I don't owe you anything.
You saw my
You
feet.
took your shoe
first
off
look
on your own.
is free.
I said I sell feet pics, and then you had your shoe off faster than I could finish
That's
the
right.
sentence.
I love
You
how,
were
I love
so
how this
ready.
is so serious
I feel
that you
like you
went,
owe
I don't
her
owe you
money.
anything.
I don't owe you anything. You're out of your mind.
So-
and you think I owe you money.
So, Meryl, let me ask you a question. So,
Ready.
how did somebody approach you the first time?
So it started on radio where like maybe 2 years ago, it was like during the pandemic, I made a joke about how I couldn't go on the road for stand up. And so I was like, oh, I got to start selling pictures of my feet, blah, blah. And some dude texted in. He was like, okay, but for real though, like, do you have cute feet?
For real, though.
No, but like seriously. And I was like, yeah, I think so. And turns out I do have very cute feet. I have, I think, a 4.5 star rating on Wiki Feet. Do you guys know what Wiki Feet is?
Wiki Feet.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, no, we need to put our feet up on Wiki
It's
Feet.
a celebrity foot rating website.
We have pictures of Marlon Wayans' feet. He gave us permission to use his feet, and we have no platform.
Wiki Feet.
I'm sitting on a Wayans foot, dude.
Feet of the day, feet of the week.
Yeah, it's a whole site, and you can go up and you search and you type in the name.
Type in
so
Mary,
like type in Mary Santora.
This is mind-blowing.
I can't believe you guys.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
So then people take pictures off my Instagrams and things like that of my toes, and then you can go down because I don't run this. This is like a fan-run website. People post this.
Pull it off
Is this
your
you?
Instagram.
That's me.
Man,
That's
how do you even curl your toes like that?
oh, people love a good curled
that
toe.
is athletic.
Right. So
right, here's
there
a-
should be
here's
a
a good-
rating.
Dang, the
I got
mirror.
cute feet,
Wow.
man.
Whoa.
I got
you've
cute
classy.
toes.
But you've defiled him with this tattoo. Oh,
No, some people are into it.
Oh, you put jewelry on your
Not
toes,
me.
too?
Here's the thing. Guys are into so many different things. There's guys who are into the toe rings, guys who are not, people who are only into soles, people who
it
like,
up.
there's so many different things. So that's
Tell you
just like
those ones.
a,
Shoes
This is a
on those.
tasteful. This feels like a
Very-
Playboy centerfold.
very smooth.
yeah.
very
I had just
tasteful.
gotten a pedicure on that one.
Well, the use of the mirror to show the soles.
Oh, I know what I'm doing, dude.
You're good.
I know what I'm a professional.
How much
okay?
does it
Feel
cost
that.
to see your feet inside shoes?
Inside shoes? That's why it's free. You can look at my shoes all day long if you
Oh,
like.
there are your feet on the beach.
That's not
on
so
a
great. I had
towel.
traveled all day.
What does your
on that
tattoo
one.
say?
It's my little sister's nickname. It says Iwena. Her name's Elena. Anyway. But yeah, so this website got made. See, that's her. She got the same name. She got my name.
Double feet, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Sister feet.
Oh, that's
So-
your sister's feet.
Mormons love that.
Yeah. I'm actually getting a pedicure today. My feet aren't great right now because
Your feet next to a
Look at
fire.
that fireside
I
feet.
know I'm killing it.
Go up.
But there
Go back
should
to
be
the
a
top.
rating
I'm sorry, I
system
was distracted.
somewhere.
What do you want?
There it is, up at the top.
Go up
left.
to the top.
What?
So
Rating 4. Yeah.
4 stars and then 60 total votes. 21 say beautiful, 20 say nice, 15 say okay. That number was a lot smaller. So
Oh, they even have
clearly
your
only-
shoe size, like
All of it.
6.5.
Yeah.
Two say bad and 2 say ugly.
Yeah.
You left that out.
See those? I didn't see the 2 that said bad and ugly. Aw, right. Click on the ugly one.
I like how you
I wanna see what they
glazed
say.
over
What are you
it.
talking about?
Oh, you can't click on. Oh,
can't
maybe you
click.
go up to the rating. There's people can leave reviews.
Oh, we got to
They
see
can
the,
leave
I wanna see the
reviews
one-star
like, oh.
reviews.
Oh,
Get 'em
God.
up.
It won't let me do it because I'm
you're
not logged in.
Scott, what is your WikiFeet name and password?
Rafe Williams 1.
Yeah, that checks out.
Let's see. Did you see this?
Well, can I just ask you? So you started selling
Pictures.
on what platform?
Just an email. I created an email called santoratoes@gmail.com.
Our LCC's 50 toes.
There you go. Dude, I'm telling
Five
you.
of us.
Yeah.
50
We
Toes
wanted to go in
LLC.
a 50 toes
50 toes
LLC.
at gmail.com. I'm telling you, get it now before someone else does.
Hey, what do you think of these feet?
even
Because I was like, I'm
I
not,
found a
Say that out
workaround.
loud.
I didn't want to give away any of the money. And OnlyFans, and there's another app called Feet Finder. I'll take a part of it. I am on Feet Finder, but I don't really use it.
Okay, so
connect with
and somebody could just Venmo you,
Yeah, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, however
Boon's
you
gone
do
down
it.
the rabbit hole,
And they
man.
give-
Come back to us.
and they give requests, so they'll request.
So, it varies. I have a joke about it in my special that's out on YouTube. So when people see the special, they'll email and be like, is this real? Like, hey, can I just get a viewing? Can I just see this? Blah, blah, blah. And then there's people who are really, really into it. Like I have a couple regular dudes that are like very specific things. Like the one dude likes dirty feet. So it's like he wants my pedicures to be busted. Like
Like chip
chipped nails, walking around outside barefoot, like that kind of stuff.
So you will do that.
Every phase of the process.
There's every phase,
So
yes.
let's say, Gary, let's say that's his name.
Sure.
Gary Busey emails you and he says, excuse me.
He's a wild one.
Hey, I want, do you send one picture or?
So it depends. I mean, prices are variable depending on what you want, but there's like a base rate, and then it goes up from there. Like here's,
and then you'll walk around.
yes, and
What's
it's
your base?
explain to me exactly what you want. I don't like doing numbers on it
because
it's like, you
Leave
just
it open.
send an email.
I wasn't
and
going to
we'll
ask
go there.
comedy when you get a corporate.
Yeah,
You're
yes.
just like, well, it depends. The better I get at comedy, the more my corporate rates go up.
I wasn't going to ask because that's
exactly.
rude.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Rafe. You already forgot to pick me up, and then...
Well, I got
went to
lost
jail
in the
this
moment.
morning.
I felt like we were just two comics talking.
Yeah.
So, all right, I want pictures of, chip nails, and I want your feet dirty, so you walk around outside for a little bit.
Yeah, and then I'll take the pictures, and we'll agree on a price, and then we'll send them just via email.
How dirty?
Depends. And again, everybody's into something different. So there's one guy who is only into soles. He doesn't want to see your toes at all. So or if he does, he wants them crunched. So that way he can only see like the top of your toenails, but it's all soles for him. So there's like different poses that they'll request or things like that. But being in a position that I'm in with stand-up and radio, you're in charge. You know what I mean? So I don't have to like dirty talk these guys or anything like that. It's very much like, here's my price. Here's what I'll do. Take it or leave it. This isn't my main form
So
of
if I
income.
wrote you and I said, hey, I want a picture of your feet and you stepping on Doritos.
Sure.
No problem.
One dude gave me a ridiculous amount of money to put my feet in a bowl of milk. That's what he wanted. So I got out a big mixing bowl, filled it up with milk, and stuck my feet in it. And I was like,
Put those little kitties in the milk.
dude, it's crazy. Some people are into weird things like that. Where they're like, yeah, I love green
Let me
grapes.
ask you this.
Like,
Have you ran across any blade toe fetishes? Because I have a blade toe.
I don't
and
even
feel
know
like
what
I could
that
really-
is.
Basically, I have wide feet, but
Uh-huh.
I was too poor to realize that till I was an adult. So I was just cramming my feet into regular shoes. And
Uh-huh.
now my little toe has been folded up under my second toe so long that it comes to a very sharp point like a shark fin.
I've never even heard of that.
You're going to see it in a minute.
Disaster
I'm
feet.
letting you know ahead of time.
FYI.
It's alarming.
That's
Blade toe.
on disasterfeet.com. You've got an entire market of
There's
disaster
got to be a
feet.
market for it. I mean, somewhere.
What have
Yeah.
you said no to?
Generally, people that I'll do almost anything. And my thing is knees down, so it doesn't have my face, doesn't have my butt, doesn't have any of that. So that drives out 70% of the clientele because they want like you in a thong, like squatting over your feet. And then it's like, you know what I mean? So really, it is about the feet, but not
I'll
really
do
kind
it.
of a thing. Well, and that's the thing. It's totally up to you, whatever you're willing to do. But like knees down, I'm really up for anything. But a lot of the time, people don't want to pay for it.
Knees
and
down,
that's
toes up.
yeah, for real though. That's when I get into it with guys is when they'll be like, they'll want 8 pictures for $5. And then they'll pull out some like, well, I can see it on your wiki feed or I can just go to your Instagram.
Then
I'm
go
like,
there.
That's exactly what I say. I say, peace, then go.
Then go there.
There's this one guy that I argue with all the time. He is constantly trying to knock me down on prices. And I straight up last time I told him, I was like, stop emailing me. You know what it costs. I'm done negotiating with you. You're annoying. I don't want to deal with it anymore.
What if that's his fetish? Is the
Dude.
bartering?
It might
He don't
be.
even like feet. He's like, I got a bartering fetish.
There's some people who are
I like a deal.
He's just walking around antique malls and flea markets, just
He
yeah.
says, yeah, he's arguing with everybody.
Come down on that price, baby.
How many requests do you get a week?
It's completely variable. I have 2 guys that are regular. One of them just quit. I haven't heard from him in weeks. And he was my shoe guy. He was the guy who would pay for my pedicures and buy me shoes. And I haven't heard from him. He's just like ghosted me. I don't know where he went. So I had to pay for my own pedicure last week like a peasant, you know. And then the other guy I have, he and I do regular business, I would say a couple times a week. He'll send me an email and be like, hey, I'm into this, or how do you feel about this type of a video? He is into like the subdom culture. I don't know if you guys know what that is, where they like want to be degraded and they want to be talked down to. And so,
Some guys like being stepped on.
yeah.
I found
things
out
like
there's
that.
a very prominent St. Louis figure. My friend was a bartender. She puts on high heels and stomps on him. and
Some
he
guys
loves
love,
it.
yep. That's what I say. There are so many
Whoa.
different variations of it.
Very prominent.
Yeah.
Will you tell
Is
me
it
off
the
the air?
mayor?
I'll tell you off the air.
Oh, I can't wait.
Tell you on the air.
It's the mayor of Uranus.
Stomp on Uranus.
Squeeze them out.
Well, you know, it'd be a good one if somebody asked you, like, hey, print out a picture of my face and step on it.
Yeah. I've actually never been asked that. It's pretty chill. Normally, and my prices are high, and I realize that drives, if I lowered my prices, it would drive more business. But again, this isn't, I'm not trying to get rich off
Right.
this. This is some extra
Well, so it's
spending
a side
money.
hustle.
Hey.
Yeah. So,
This has been my favorite interview we've ever done on the show.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to let you know that.
I appreciate that, yeah.
The fact that I dropped the ball and forgot that you do this and didn't lead with this morning
okay.
makes me feel like I got some work to do.
So you think Moon is passed up? So somebody offered you how much?
$350
$350 for
I
one
would take that.
multiple times.
Dude, take
one
that.
foot pick?
We never got to the details because I wasn't interested. But it said how much for feet pics, and I just didn't. And it said seriously, I'm being serious about this. How's $350
Do you feel like that's crossing a line?
for me?
Yeah, for you.
Well,
just
clearly
your
it's
feet,
crossing a
man.
line that I'm not ready to cross.
Nobody
yet.
would know though.
That's not my issue.
What's your issue?
Well, I don't need it right now necessarily, and honestly, like I don't know where it goes from there.
What do you
You know,
mean?
I mean, you can just keep it there.
You draw hard boundaries. Mm-hmm. So it's really.
I draw hard boundaries. That
you-
don't mean people follow hard boundaries.
Well, they can't get.
There's been enough weirdness in my 20-something-year career, like
Uh-huh.
that. Like I'm just not trying to participate in as little of it as possible at the moment.
You think they're gonna like come up to you? And
I don't
take
think
your
anything.
shoes
I don't even
off
want
and-
my no. I just don't want my imagination going anywhere. Honestly.
Got it. Okay. So you're just like, I'm not even gonna explore that.
Not yet.
It took me like,
Not now.
no joke, it took me like probably close to a year of talking about it regularly on radio before I was finally like, fine, I'll do it. And it's
and you haven't looked back.
no. It's like no big deal.
Yeah.
My boyfriend knows all about it. He helps
Yeah,
me. Like
what's-
the main guy, he knows his name, like the guy who I work with all the time. And so he'll be like all the time, he'll be like, so-and-so bought me these concert tickets or whatever. So he's like, and my boyfriend's frugal. So any amount
And
of
he's
money that
remixing
comes in, he loves it. Where he's just like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I
if
love
you're
this.
buying him stuff off
Oh,
the,
yeah.
off the backs of your feet,
100%.
Yeah.
no, it don't matter.
Yeah, he loves it.
Is your wife has an issue with it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we've ever talked about it on my side.
Let's call her.
She gets it offered probably every 3 days.
She could ball out.
Lot of people after her feet for sure.
You guys could do
For sure.
couples feet, man.
Dude,
Oh,
couples
couples
feet.
feet.
Listen, man. Hey, if things go
We want to do.
awry,
Hey, listen,
perhaps.
for all we know, they could be doing it now. And we just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just-
He doth protest too much.
Ah, he's being a little
Yeah,
coy
man.
about it. there.
Yeah, maybe the exclusivity is part of the package.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is because that's why the people that
I'm taking off my shoe.
the
'cause I
people
want
that
to
try
see
to
my foot.
barter with you can't win because there's a little part of it that's like we could all go to WikiFeet, but you want the thing that's just for you.
Well, that's exactly why a lot of the requests are very specific.
Yeah.
Is because they're like, I want
Treasure.
this.
They're
Well,
like
yeah,
little-
you
little
can't.
golems.
One guy asked me to write, write his name. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
What do you think
My
about
precious.
this right here?
Oh, that's a smooth foot.
Brother, you got to clean the lint off if you're gonna start showing it off.
No,
see.
some people like that.
His,
Don't.
people like the
his heels
lint.
cracked a
We
little
don't
bit.
want a foot stylist in here.
Here,
we
let me-
want a raw dog.
Let me
Hold on,
put
let's see.
let me put some coconut oil on that
don't
heel
touch
for
my
you.
feet.
Rub up his coconut oil foot. Not bad. Honestly, I think your feet are more mainline, more mainstream.
Yeah.
That's what a foot looks like. Yours are a little bit more unique, Moon.
Thank you.
You have
Which
a more
I think he
unique
could probably
foot.
make some more money
Appreciate
off,
that.
off
Yeah.
his foot because it's unique.
It just depends.
Because of the narrowness.
Yeah.
It is narrow and hairy, but
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize it was hairy, but I suppose it is.
it's pretty hairy
It
foot.
really is.
Did you see his foot? No hair.
You ready
No
to see?
hair. It doesn't make any
Oh
sense.
God, I don't know if I'm ready for the blade
You
toe.
ready to see Magic Mike XXL?
Is that what you call the little pinky toe?
It's really weird.
Magic Mike.
It's really weird looking.
Oh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
My little pinky toes thinks he sees a lot of lawbreakers in here tonight.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
It's weird.
What do you
right?
think?
I don't think you have a future in this.
Well, again, it's unique.
It is.
There's
unique.
got to be,
Stop. Don't-
like, go to the side.
That big old slab of meat hit the desk so
Look at
much
that.
it made the camera flip.
They're those are.
It did. The camera flipped.
He's waving at you.
I hate it so much.
I could paint him like a little shark tattoo on the side.
Oh, honey, you got some ham hocks. Right?
Yeah, those are big feet. What size shoe you wear?
12.
Is that the size you're supposed to be
You
wearing?
give a lot of that girth to Moon. He needs a little
12 double
No,
E.
no.
girthy foot.
No, man, this is a soccer foot.
They are. Like, your toes are smushed.
Scott,
because
you
of
want to
that.
come and show Mary your feet?
I can ski without
Check
skis.
to see where my
right?
nails are at right now.
They're
I'll do
not
it another
hairy.
day.
It's not bad. It's not bad. But if a guy,
I
that's
feel like
a
the
very
top view is definitely the best angle on my foot.
Well, you've got to clean up the toenails a bit. They're kind of janky.
I do.
Ew.
But
I
that's
need a
okay.
pedicure.
Yeah, if you got a pedicure, that's a big foot, dude. It does.
It's like a Bigfoot
sausage.
foot.
You know what's wild about this
meaty.
is maybe I've been like taking care of these because I'm like obsessive about taking care of my feet, like super obsessive. I change my socks 2 or 3 times a day.
Wow.
I'm never barefoot. I don't walk around the house like I have house
moisturize?
shoes.
Yeah.
I don't moisturize because I don't need to. Like they're always nice.
You have cracked feet or anything?
No, I just like I'm super obsessive about taking care of them. Like I'm freaked out about losing mobility or any of that kind of stuff. So take care of my feet, and maybe this is what I've been building. I mean, I've been
You might
working
be.
this hard,
Destined.
doing all this stuff
Destined for it.
to get in the industry, to lead the
Yeah,
industry.
for
Wiki
sure.
Feet champion.
Maybe you might already be on there. If you've ever, did you see half those pictures are taken from my Instagram where I'm just standing with
You
sandals
look
on,
up
saw
Moon
that.
Valjean.
and people steal them
not on
and
there.
post them up there.
But by the way, they do have.
You don't know.
It's
They
mostly
do,
women.
They do have merch, man, which is pretty dope. They got. I almost
I
bought a
know
hat.
such results.
No, you're not on there.
Nah, that's cool, man.
But yeah,
What's hurting me on my?
I
Is it
never
because
see
my
my
little
feet.
pinky toenail is
It's
barely
not
existent?
your pinky toenail because I have a very, very small pinky toenail.
They just need
That's
to be
just
like rounded off. I cut them too sharp of an angle, don't I?
that's a giant foot. It's like wide
foot.
and meaty.
It's a wide, meaty
Heavy.
foot.
Yeah.
Heavy, meaty.
But you said there's a market.
There's a market for everything. And that's the thing about kinks is that they know no bounds. It is, everyone's into something.
This is Pornhub, huh? This is
I
this
want
is
to.
director.
There's got to be a
Look at
market
this.
for a working man's feet.
There's no
That's-
nudity on
Carmen
this.
Electra,
No, it's
Lily
just feet.
Collins, Daisy Robinson.
Wiki feet.
Yeah, it's just
.com.
feet. So,
Who knew?
like today, the one guy emailed me. He wants to watch me. What?
They're developing a dating platform on this website.
That was from 2 years ago.
Well, I'm just reading what it says, man. Development is going well.
There you go.
Okay.
Today, a guy wants to watch me paint my toenails. So that's what I'm going to do after I leave here. I'm going to go
Make some
get
money.
go get some nail polish, and then take a video of me painting my toenails, and you send that off. And
Ka-ching.
Fascinating.
well, and
You
here's
said your feet are kind of roughed up right now.
I don't want to pull them out on the camera. I'm not giving it away for
Hey,
free.
how far are you willing
That's you
to
making
go?
money.
Like, what if somebody's like, yo, I want to see you.
Step in dog poop.
I want to see you rub your feet in poison ivy.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Dog poop?
That or dog poop, that would be a lot of money. I'd do it. Put it for a lot of money. I would do it. You can
Somebody said
wash
that on
your
the chat.
feet.
What do you say?
Nice.
I want to see it squish in between your toes.
Again, a lot of money. And that's usually where people are like, nah. That's when I'm like, okay, I'll do it for $5,000. And people are like, you're out of your mind. I'm like, then don't ask for dog poop. I don't have to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, if that's what you want to see, then this is
You
what it's going to
have-
cost.
I have another friend who does OnlyFans, mostly feet stuff.
Yeah.
She gets a lot of requests to do like.
Wonder what you can
think
say.
about the FCC.
Like, I know what,
What?
you're talking about. Like FJ.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
FJ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
An FJ, but not on a real person, just on like a toy.
Yeah.
And she says that she gets a lot of money for that.
That's a very, very popular one. And that, again, I got into this as just pictures of my feet. So anything extra like that you want costs
It's gonna
extra.
cost you.
So that's when
But
a
it's
lot
not
of
off the
people.
table.
It's not off the table. But like the one guy who's always haggling me on price, that's his fetish, is FJ. And so he's like, here's what I want to pay for it. And I'm like, okay, well, no, here's what you're going to pay for it. And so then we end up exchanging 3 or 4 emails, arguing, and then I just stop responding to him.
Hey, real question, and I'm not trying to like. This is not like a gotcha question. or
No,
something
not
like
at all.
I'm genuinely curious. Do you consider this a part of the porn industry? Do you
I
consider
mean, it's
yourself
sex work for
participating?
sure.
Okay.
It's definitely sex work.
Mine would be part of the corn industry.
Don't encourage that.
Hey, somebody in the chat came up with the perfect name. And look, we could build a business. The website is available for soulmates. SOLE.
Do it.
MATE.
Somebody got to GoDaddy immediately.
Buy that.
Immediately.
Buy that right now.
Soulmates. That's brilliant.
But yeah, it's definitely sex work. I mean, the pictures I'm sending are not inherently sexual.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just a picture of my feet with some toe rings
But
on.
you know
what they're
that's
being
the
used
mind
for.
F for me.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a mind F for me too.
So
But
if
here's
somebody
the
offered
thing,
my
guys.
wife picture, like somebody offered my wife cash for her patoots,
Yeah.
I said, man,
Totally
The
fine with
reason
all
why
of
I'm
it.
not okay with it is because I know what they're doing with the
But
pictures.
here's the thing, and I had that exact same hang up, and this guy called into the station to our radio show in Cleveland, and he was like, "Listen, Mary, guys are doing that already. They're like your pictures on Instagram. If they want to do that to your pictures, they're already doing it. You might as well make money
That's
off
what I
of
told
it."
him.
Yeah, and
was
I
like,
understand
dude,
that,
if people
this,
want to do that, they're on your Instagram doing it
They're
already.
already
Why
doing
not
it.
get
but
paid?
just because
Yeah.
somebody's doing something doesn't mean that me participating in it.
You're not. What are you participating in?
You were actively.
This is a picture of your. There is nothing inherently sexual about the picture.
yeah, I
that
don't-
you're
I don't- I'm
sending.
not saying
for the
anything
drug
about you.
addict,
I'm not
so for
trying
the
to,
drug, they're going to do it anyway. Might as well just sell them meth.
No, I mean it's different though because this isn't going to ruin unless it financially ruins their life. They're spending all their money
Feet
on it.
have ruined my life.
That's what happened to your guy. Your guy that you haven't heard from is in a foot
Well,
support group.
I'm sure
He
somebody
might-
out there. It may be a much smaller group, but I mean, you know.
Well, they're going to get their heroin from somewhere, so I might as well supply it to them
That's
and
what
make
a
some
lot of
money.
drug dealers do think, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But my point is that the guy called in and was like, "We're already doing it. I've already saved pictures like that. I've already done that." And I'm like, "Well, screw you, man. If you're gonna do it fully clothed, I might as well make money off of it, you know?"
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the one
She
guy.
took a private jet here, by the way, to St. Louis.
I
Yeah,
did.
no, it's
I did. I
ridiculous.
flew my own jet. It was pretty nice. No, it's nothing like that. It's a nice little extra spending
Yeah,
cash,
side hustle.
side hustle type
Pay
stuff.
for some,
but
some Christmas gifts.
Air
and that's
feet.
it.
yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, listen. We talked a lot about feet.
Well,
We got to take another break.
I
Okay.
want to do tasteful for our only feet, which I'm still a proponent for. Hubbard, if you're listening, we want to do like cute little photo shoots. We
Tasteful.
went up like each foot is a train car.
Yeah.
Put it on a nice little backdrop.
Chugga.
Yeah, like the Darjeeling Express. Just have a good time.
FAA, Foot Addict Anonymous.
There you go. Could be.
All right, we got to take a break. Give a plug for your feet again.
SantoraToes@gmail.com.
Dude, look at this. I bet you're going to be inundated.
We'll see.
Inundated.
I promise with our chat, they probably already have emails sitting
Yeah.
Santora.
Yes.
Santora feet.
Santora Toes.
Oh, Santora Toes.
Yes, yeah.
SantoraToes dot at Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, you got to let us know how many requests
I haven't
you get.
gotten anything yet, but as soon as one
Oh,
comes in, I'll
it's
let
coming.
you know.
Santora feet is like a Greek beach or something.
Yes, Santora feet.
SantoraToes at gmail.com. All right, we'll do Crap on Celebrities after the break. 8:06, Friday, traffic and weather moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2020 feet at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. 2 lanes closed due to a crash 270 northbound at Olive. We also have a whole bunch of delays and a lane closed due to a crash 44 eastbound at, what does that say, Yarnell Road. Your point forecast today, mainly dry and warm, high of 81, low of 54. Right now it's 55 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
What do you got?
How much is Bob Ross's first TV painting worth? Salma Hayek gives the secret to her youthful beauty, and it's not her feet. New NSYNC and Spinal Tap music, and maybe they'll go on tour together. And what songs do you think have their lyrics looked up the most?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, Portal birthday, all that and more next. New Crap on Celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Rafe's E Memoriam on the way. Friday Fail Stories on the way. Mary Santora.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in this early.
Yeah.
See you at Funny Bone.
Funny Bone.
Funny Bone, St. Charles this weekend. Sorry.
Yes. It's okay.
Was thinking about Mark Maron yesterday. He's at Helium this weekend.
Mark Maron, Mary. I mean, I get it.
I get it.
Mess it up.
I get it. If you call the box office after 11 o'clock, say you heard Mary on the Rizz Show, 2-for-1 tickets
2
all
for
weekend
1.
long. All right,
Come on
here's
in.
yeah, come on in and ask for feet pictures.
Maybe.
Anybody yet? Any Rizz Show listener?
I did.
Hit you
I
up?
got my first Rizz Show listener, and he said, "How much for you to fart on your feet?"
Oh man, excellent.
We know
request.
this guy. He likes walkie-talkie farts.
He's a good guy.
Offered Lern money.
All right, let's do Crap on Celebrities. And it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
Your crap is brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. The painting that Bob Ross completed on the very first episode of The Joy of Painting. This was 1983.
Don't give the price. I want to see if everybody can guess.
It is on sale. I'll tell you this. It's called A Walk in the Woods. It's owned by a gallery in Minneapolis called Modern Artifact. Now, they don't actually expect it to sell, but I think they're okay with that. They actually plan on taking it on tour. They say that if someone were to make this offer or something near it, they would consider it. Bob Ross paintings are pretty hard to come by. Most of the ones he did on The Joy of Painting are in storage. The company that controls his IP, his intellectual property, does not plan on selling them. Bob died in 1995. Now, if you remember, they made two. The story goes is that there's two.
It's two of every one.
Two of every one. He would do it. He would like pre-paint one to kind of feel out like how he was going to deliver it in the half-hour show, and they would have a show one.
Did anybody watch that Bob Ross documentary?
Yes.
So,
It
so
is
a lot of the
fascinating.
paintings are at like the public access.
Yeah. They were donated to like a PBS
Like
employees.
the PBS,
and-
the PBS channels have a lot of his paintings. He would
Right.
donate them, so they'd be hanging. So there'd be like a Bob Ross hanging up in at your local PBS station.
This is the very first one. The very first one from the very first show.
Bob Ross.
How much do you think?
1983 Bob Ross original. Mary, how much you think it's going to go for?
2.5 mil.
2.5 mil. Rafe.
I'm going to say 1 mil flat.
Scott, what do you think?
Well, he's very hot in culture right now, but there's a ton of his paintings out there, so it's not impossible
But
to
it's the
get.
first one.
But it's the first one.
I get that. I'm going to say $650,000.
The museum, or the gallery, has it on sale with a price tag of $9.85 million.
Oh, nice.
That's the buy me now. That's hit the buy me now button.
That's the buy it now.
Will
Buy it
banks
now button.
give you a loan for that?
$10 million?
I don't know, maybe. An
For
investment
an
one.
original Bob Ross, the first Bob Ross painting.
Again, they say that
I
they
would do
don't
it.
think it's going to sell for that, but they will entertain any seven-figure offers.
Yeah, if you want to pay that,
All right,
Wait,
that's how
any-
I go with fee picks. Start high.
then we'll work our way down.
In all honesty, I think it's marketing genius. I think they put it that high so we would talk about it like this, and then now they know. Now we know that it's going on tour.
Now
and-
some
Yeah.
collector,
And it's out there.
some multimillionaire. I mean, to have an original, the first Bob Ross,
It's a no-brainer.
I think I'd rather see that than a Rembrandt.
Yeah. I mean, it means more to your childhood.
It means, it means
Yeah.
more to me. I don't know. I never watched Rembrandt on TV.
yeah,
but
his
I
show
watched
wasn't
Bob
that
Ross.
good.
Yeah, Rembrandt's show.
Yeah.
I never watched Rembrandt on TV.
He made that weird pivot to toothpaste. And then,
Ah,
He didn't have cool
Gross
hair.
toothpaste.
Jonathan Majors. This is the guy who played the villain in Creed 3 and the latest Ant-Man movie. And in real life, he's facing charges that he roughed up his ex-girlfriend. Now, on Monday, he played the peacemaker when two girls started brawling outside of a high school in Hollywood. Jonathan had just grabbed lunch at an In-N-Out, and he saw the chaos. He ran over there and tried to break up the fight, and he did an okay job, I guess. There's a video of it. We'll put it up on the blog. TMZ had
Two girls fighting.
two girls fighting, and he broke
I
it
go,
up.
whoa, let this play out. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Don't break up a cat fight. Come on.
Ironically, he is due in court today regarding the domestic violence charge.
wow.
I don't know if this was maybe planned.
Right. Like he was, look how good of a guy I am. I couldn't possibly.
I just broke up a fight between two women yesterday.
You know what's
see
funny is I saw that story. I considered that as skeptical as we are about everything. So I watched the video, and I mean, it doesn't look like a fake fight. If these are two volunteer high school kids that said like, sure, I'll be a part of your PR stunt, they're kicking each other's ass.
Dedicated.
They went all in on the
Oh,
fight.
two high school girls?
Two high school girls. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry for being creepy before, guys.
You
Just get that out there. Get that out there.
Rewind.
I need to take a shower.
At 57, Salma Hayek has a look that millions of women of any age would kill for. So what's her secret? She says it has nothing to do with exercise. It's meditation. She says, you have to find your way. For me, exercising is hard. It's really, really difficult to have the discipline to do it. But meditation is a walk in the park because it's my own form of it. She says that every day she takes time to sit in a moment with herself. In a previous interview, she said that if she doesn't meditate, her face starts to drop and everything else starts to drop. My herniated disc, the problem in my neck, the problem in my hip, my ankles, I start breaking down. When I'm meditating, she's not.
What's what are they saying? Like the Hollywood, all the celebrities, like it's the secret formula.
The
Like it's
Illuminati?
harvested from babies.
Oh,
Yeah, endochrome.
That's it.
Yeah.
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome.
There we go. Yeah.
Adrenochrome. She's married to a billionaire. You don't think he's got access to adrenochrome?
Oh.
have you
think
ever
that's
tried
the
to
key?
meditate?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I do TM,
I don't know what that means.
transcendental meditation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you messing with
Tantric yoga.
me? It like works?
Do I not look like a TM guy?
Not exactly. I mean,
You're no Salma Hayek.
Tylenol
With
TM.
the skin?
Tylenol TM. It is hard. Meditating's hard.
Get the lightsaber out for me, please. Star Wars nerds. Donald Glover is shifting gears with there you go, with his planned Disney Plus Lando series. Remember this? They announced this big Lando series. He's working with his brother.
Lando.
The project is now being developed as a film for Lucasfilm. It's on hold currently because of the dual writer and actor strike and all that. But he played Lando in that Bomb Solo, a Star Wars story.
Bomb, that was a good movie.
They said it was a box office bomb. I really liked it. It did earn a strong response for its for his work as the character. I liked it.
No, it was not very good.
I thought it was okay.
I didn't think it was
okay.
great, but I really liked
it fell apart. They had to they fired the director and brought Ron Howard in to fix the movie. That's never a good sign.
Yeah, but the
but he didn't
final
do a bad
product.
job. It wasn't. I didn't go.
Did you ever
walk
see
out of
the
there.
original bad guy they had when it was supposed to be Michael Williams or whatever?
No.
The dude from The Wire that passed away. It was so much cooler. And then Paul Bettany they ran out of money, so they were like, it was supposed to be this big prosthetic, like the big baddie. It was cool. And they're like, let's just put some horns on Paul Bettany's face and get this movie done.
I didn't walk out of there going, oh, this is caca.
Jeff Dunham, the comedian, is known for using puppets and stand-up and all that. He is doing his Still Not Canceled tour. It's coming to Enterprise Center, St. Louis, December 30th. Tickets go on sale, I don't know, I think next Thursday.
Why do you laugh at that?
He's like...
So I got
Dunham,
two comics in the room.
Jeff Dunham is the Nickelback of comedy, where it's like...
Jealous, huh?
And Nickelback kicks ass and makes singles that people like.
That's what I'm saying, is that Jeff Dunham is very popular. People love him. He keeps people happy. Yeah. But it's kind of like... You like Jeff Dunham. You know what I mean?
Really? I don't know much about him. Did he get started on America's Got Talent?
I think he was way before that.
I don't know.
On one of those
shows?
One of
those? I thought
maybe
it was
like
one of those.
Star Search or something, like one of the older, shows.
Yeah, he
with
was
Ed McMahon.
No, I thought he was famously one of the first winners of that thing. And we're talking like 2000s, the aughts.
Jeff Dunham.
I feel like he was bigger,
or maybe late 90s.
Yeah,
Is he the one with like the terrorist puppet?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And like the
That's gotta be 90s.
jalapeno, like he gets a bad rap for being racist because it's every different puppet is a different race, and he does the voices and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on the Tonight Show.
Well, while you're searching for that, there's new music all over the place, and I'm going to start with one that makes my wife the most excited. NSYNC posted a preview of their much-talked-about reunion song. It's called Better Place, and it'll be on the soundtrack of Trolls Band Back Together. The movie's out November 17th. I do have a snippet of the song.
All right, I'm actually going to play it. Here's the new song from NSYNC. Seriously.
I don't mind if the world spins faster, 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 faster. Just let me take you to a better place.
All right.
And my wife said, who knew that Lance Bass was going to be the cutest one in their 50s? Because he is looking very,
looks
very
I
so
good.
actually
good.
watched
Doesn't he
a
look
little.
great?
I actually watched a little of VMAs the other day.
Yeah.
And NSYNC came out to present an award
To Taylor Swift.
to Taylor Swift, and she geeked out. And all right, there's Joey Fatone, and there's Lance Bass, and oh my God, Justin Timberlake, and there's the other guy.
Chris Kirkpatrick.
The other guy.
And there's one more, isn't there? JC Chazé.
Yeah, we forgot him yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
poor
bummer.
guy.
I think he thought he was going to be the breakout. I think JC
No.
thought he was
Dude,
going to be.
No
Yes.
one thought JC
I think
was
he
going to be
thought
a
it.
breakout.
He did
I think he
have
thought
a
it.
solo thing and a song, and it was really rough.
Oh, I by the way, I guess Jeff Dunham, Comedy Central Presents, I guess, was his first breakout.
The reason I laughed,
For sure, he won something.
I thought so too.
yeah, I think he's just been around,
Yeah.
was because comedy's subjective, to each their own.
Right.
I don't care what you like what you like. I hate when comedians try to do the whole like still not canceled. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you're selling out arenas that people are bringing their kids to.
Yeah.
You were never canceled.
No
Just
one
because
was
someone
trying.
said, hey man, maybe the terrorist puppet is a little outdated. No one was trying to cancel a ventriloquist, bro. Get over yourself. Like,
He's got a residency in Vegas, doesn't he?
yes. And I'm like, just stop.
I think that
stop
marketing.
with that.
I think that marketing reflection is not reflecting him; it's reflecting the audience.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe.
100%.
Playing to the audience, man. Like, no offense out there, guys, but
that
like,
is his audience.
yeah,
I think it's lame.
Snowflake cancel, can't talk about
yeah, yeah.
nothing
I just-
anymore.
I just
he's
think
selling to who's buying, man.
Yeah, I get it, but I just think it's like
And he's
that
going to
ma-
sell out
maybe-
Enterprise.
Yeah, and good for him for doing it.
100%.
Yeah,
Well,
take-
I equate him to Nickelback. It's funny that you mentioned that. I am a huge Nickelback fan, okay? I went to their concert, and the lead singer was like, they've been trying to cancel us for 20 years. And I was like, nobody's ever tried
Nobody's
to
ever
cancel
tried to cancel. They just talk crap on
Play,
you.
Yeah, that's
play
it.
into the audience, guys.
Right.
Play into the audience. Speaking of music that's freaking sweet, Spinal Tap bassist Derek Smalls has released a new song. He says it's a much-needed antidote to the ubiquitous pinkness that is spilled out of movie theaters and onto the high streets with wall-to-wall media coverage.
Moon and I listened to this morning. It's amazing.
It's called Must Crush Barbie, and it's as ridiculous as all Spinal Tap things. If you don't know what Spinal Tap is, you have to go watch This Is Spinal Tap. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Holds up.
It's fake, right?
It's a documentary.
It's a mockumentary.
Yeah.
But it is hysterical until it's not.
Documentary.
And when you're watching it on your tour bus at the, kind of the bottom, the back end of a bell
Spinal
curve.
Tap is Michael McKean. It's, what the hell's his name? Christopher Guest.
Nigel Tufnell.
Well, it's Christopher Guest, Michael McKean,
Rob Reiner.
Harry Shearer.
Yeah, Rob Reiner is the documentarian in the movie.
Right, so it's three classic comedians as this fake group who actually puts out decent music.
And why this is even more exciting for me and everybody, the fans of Spinal Tap, is Rob Reiner did announce last year that they're working on a Spinal Tap sequel. If you don't know, Derek Smalls is Harry Shearer. He's the bass player. The video has graphics of an amplifier crushing a Barbie, and the amp logo says peeved instead of peeved.
That's great.
That's
Good
annoying.
job, guys.
It's annoying in the greatest way. That's the point of it all.
So happy.
We got some movie trailers, a ton of them up on the blog. There's a first trailer for the Frasier revival, which is interesting. There's a trailer for Goosebumps series that's going to be on Disney Plus and Hulu. You can see Patrick Wilson return as Jason Momoa's half-brother in the trailer for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That's up there. Now, there is a trailer for the Monsters of California. This is the directorial debut of Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
Let me guess, it's about aliens.
It's not. It's about uncovering a government conspiracy surrounding aliens.
Ah.
It hits theaters and on demand October 6th. There's new music out today. Demi Lovato, Brian Setzer, Diddy, Nas, and Corey Taylor. And then let's get to the lists. Here's the list that we can trash. Word List Finder used Google Trends to find the most searched song lyrics in the country using data from January 2019 to July 2023. So think of the last 3 years.
So people taking to social media or to Google, whatever social media, and asking about lyrics for certain songs because they're misheard.
Yeah, and I'll say this.
They don't know.
Most of them are classics or what we would consider damn near classics. I have the top 10 most searched song lyrics.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Start with classics.
AC/DC, Back in Black.
AC/DC, not on the list.
Dang. Fall Out Boy.
Not a bad guess, though. AC/DC.
Boy.
Fall Out Boy, Sugar, We're Going Down.
No.
Jesus.
That's a good one.
Jeremy,
DJ Snow, Informer.
No.
Jeremy, Pearl Jam.
No.
Why don't you just give us the artist?
Let's
and
start
we'll
with
guess the
number
song?
10. It's Toxic, Britney Spears. Number 9 is Love
Why don't you
Story,
just give us
Taylor
the song?
Swift.
I'm sorry. Why don't you just give us the artist?
Led Zeppelin, number 8.
Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven. Backstreet Boys, number 7.
Oh, I want it that way.
That's right. Don McLean, number 6.
Erica Badu.
That's right. Dolly Parton, number 5.
Jolene.
That's right. Michael Jackson, number 4.
Thriller. Oh, damn it. You got to give other people a chance.
That's wrong.
Billie Jean. Billie Jean.
Billie Jean. That's right. Eminem, number 3.
Lose yourself.
Lose Yourself. Eagles, number 2.
Hotel California.
Hotel California. And number 1 is Queen.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yay! Number
Look how
1.
good I did, guys.
Now they did the
How
top.
good I did, Rafe.
They did the top 5 in different genres. So here's the number 1 song in each. Hip hop, rap is Eminem, Lose Yourself. Metal, Metallica, number 2.
Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman, number 3. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, number 4 is Talking Heads.
Once in a Lifetime.
No,
Burning Down the House.
no.
I don't know any Talking Heads.
Psycho
music.
Killer is the punk
Killer.
category.
Yeah, because you know what's that line? Psycho killer, Heskasi. What the hell's he saying there?
Psycho Killer, Chupanama. Chupacabra?
Yeah.
Chupacabra. R&B is Destiny's Child.
Oh, Say My Name.
Say My Name.
Synonym,
And
synonym.
Rock is Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. Here's a great other list, too. And I think there's going to be some obvious ones on here and a couple surprises. Movie Web put together a list of 25 actors who have been in the most movies. Like a total, we're talking about big roles, small roles, time period, whatever it is, total amount of movies. And the number 1 has 455.
Samuel L.
L.
Jackson.
Jackson.
No, but he's on the list. He's number 12 with 174.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Gotta be on there, dude. That guy is allergic to the word no
Right.
when it comes to
He'll
making
do
a movie.
whatever.
I'm telling you, there's going to be some big surprises here. Nick Cage is not on the list.
Bruce Willis.
Surprise number
Bruce
1.
Willis, another one that
Bruce
does
Willis,
everything.
not on the list.
400? Is this like voice acting too?
It's everything. So number
Stephen Root.
Number 2, you're never going to get. It's Gertrude Astor, 276. That is a silent film actress. She was in like almost all of the silent movies and talkies from early
Oh,
days.
yeah.
So Stephen Root.
Let me guess.
But yeah, right. I'm going to say. Okay, so Samuel L. Jackson has 174.
George Clooney.
No, not George Clooney. We talk about this guy all the time. He's in almost every Christopher Nolan movie. He's got a great accent. He speaks wonderful. His name, we say it all the time.
Cillian Murphy? No, he's not been in that many movies.
His name sounds like your drug. Michael Caine.
Oh, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is number 17 with 147. Give me some other guesses.
Dennis Hopper.
Reese Witherspoon.
You guys are not thinking about like Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has been in 190. He's tied with Mickey Rooney. Stallone. That is not a bad guess, but he is not on the list.
This is a BS
No,
list.
you know why? Because those guys get so big, they only hold out for huge movies.
But check this out. There's a couple surprises. Number 25, Clint Eastwood. He's been in 82 films. 24, Robert Duvall has been in 93.
I'm not going to get
Gene
any
Hackman.
of these.
21 is Christopher Plummer with 119. 20 is Ray Milland. I don't know who that is. 19 is James Hong. Don't know who that is. 18, Anthony Quinn.
James Hong is the...
Anthony Hopkins.
That's the dad from Wayne's World 2. Tia Carrera's dad. He just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Steve Buscemi. I feel like he does like
Adam
character.
Sandler.
You know what? Those are all great guesses.
And how's
but they
Stephen
didn't-
Root not on this?
They didn't make the list. Donald Sutherland has 156. Ernest Borgnine, 148.
The Borg.
Best Flowers, 165. Get this one. Susan Sarandon has been in 168 films.
I get the top 5.
Okay, the top 5. Danny Trejo, 215.
Danny
Trejo's
Trejo.
always in
Dude, you know what's crazy about that? He didn't start acting until he was in his 50s.
No kidding.
Did
I
you
know.
watch his documentary?
It's crazy.
It's great.
You know who's in? Who's that British guy? He's in. He's the butler in the.
Michael Caine.
Jeremy
Michael
Irons.
Caine.
Yeah,
You already said-
Michael Caine's number
Oh, you
17,
did? Never
147. But
Jeremy
hey,
Irons.
at least you guessed it.
That British guy.
No, not Jeremy Irons. Number 4 is another Danny. I'm going to say he's probably around the same age.
Bonaducci.
Masterson.
Nope.
DeVito.
Danny. Oh,
Nope.
DeVito.
Danny.
219 movies.
A
Is he
Danny?
alive still?
He's alive, including.
Is he still doing
He
movies?
was in a Predator sequel. He was in
Predator sequel.
cop-
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Danny Glover, 219.
for this
Number
Predator.
3, John Carradine with 222. And you guys are missing the number 1. He is a sibling of a very famous
David
actress.
Carradine.
He was just featured in one of my friends' movies.
Oh, that guy.
He does. I'm just saying, like, he does everything
Oliver Hudson.
he's asked to do.
One of the bald ones.
How many movies?
455 films.
This
He's
man
the
was
sibling of
Mr.
a
Bean.
sibling of a very famous
So
actor.
he is famous. So he's in some of my absolute.
Swayze.
He's in some of my absolute favorite karate movies from the 80s
Is
and
he
90s.
a villain?
Jean-Claude
usually?
Van Damme.
Sometimes he's a villain. He's got a kind of
Jean-Luc Van Damme.
He's got a villainous face. He's been a part of a villainous
Is he a
mob.
great bad guy?
Harold
Yes.
Seagal.
I will
Will
say.
Smith.
No, I will say he's a great bad guy. You're
he a
onto
sibling
something.
of?
He's in a bad guy mob in a very
Suicide
very
Squad.
big famous movie, something similar, and he is also very famous for a very very big singles music video.
Clint Howard.
Wahlberg.
I've given you every clue about this guy other than his
Famous
name.
sibling. But he's been in more movies than
And
his
he has a
famous sibling.
music single.
His famous sibling.
Mark
Corey
Wahlberg.
Feldman.
Donnie Wahlberg.
No,
Donnie Wahlberg.
His famous sibling was one of the highest paid actresses for a number of years.
Reese Witherspoon's brother.
You know who it is?
Oh, Cusack.
Eric Roberts.
Eric.
Chet. Oh.
Eric Mother effing Roberts.
Person.
You don't know your
Eric
name.
Roberts.
Eric
Retreat, no surrender, dude.
Now, wasn't he in Batman? One of the Christopher Nolan?
He's a
yeah.
character actor. I was like, I knew he was
Eric
gonna be a
Roberts
character guy.
is and
Oh, I do know him.
he's
He's kind of hot
know
for like
his
an old
daughter
guy.
is
Yeah, his daughter's an actress
Emma
now. Like-
Roberts.
yeah, Emma Roberts. Yeah, this
Is
is.
he related to Julia Roberts?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's, that's her brother.
Isn't that wild? This dude holds the
this guy.
record. 455
Eric Roberts.
Dang.
movies.
He has
dude.
676 credits on IMDb.
He's been in a lot of straight to VHS
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
dude.
My buddy JT wrote a thing. He's a director and a writer, and he went out to LA and filmed this thing. It's very cool. It's like this kind of mini movie thing, and he sends it to me, and I was like, oh my god, it's Eric Roberts as the lead.
Yeah.
All right, let's do today's crappy birthdays. Actually celebrating birthdays this weekend. Cardinals pitcher Dakota Hudson is 29. Meghan Markle's husband, Harry, is 39.
I like that you referred to him as Meghan Markle's husband.
Tom Hardy from Mad Max, Bane and the Dark Knight Rises is 46. Lindsay Lohan's mom, Dina Lohan, is 61. Dan Marino,
Oh, yes.
Isotoner Gloves legend.
That's
Star
right.
of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective,
I'm in
62.
Psychoville, and Finkel's the mayor. Where's Dan Marino?
Director Oliver Stone is 77. Tommy Lee Jones is 77. Tomorrow, Nick Jonas turns 31. Flo Rida turns 44. Amy Poehler turns 52. Singer Richard Marx turns 60. Magician David Copperfield turns 67. Mickey Rourke turns 71. And on Sunday, Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes turns 28.
I love that little
Relax.
sweet boy.
Alex Ovechkin from the Washington Capitals turns 38. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Ovechkin turns 38.
Yeah. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, turns 72.
His stats and his
Sunday.
overall look, I just feel like that guy is 58. You know, like he's been around just kicking ass forever. He just kind of looks like a really fun future Grouch, you know, like he's just like that uncle that's going to be.
Ovechkin?
Yeah,
well,
dude.
it's the Russian face.
he's got this
I'm
like
married
really
to a Russian,
fun
I can
party
say that.
Grouch look that looks like he's well over 38, and his stats would suggest he's been around for 4 decades.
Well, he's going to break Gretzky's goals record.
Oh, dude, it's absurd, that guy.
So do you know the story about Elvira and how she lost her virginity?
No.
She lost her virginity
In a coffin.
to Tom Jones. You know, it's not unusual.
To be
What's
loved
new,
by
pussycat?
anyone.
Okay, and he has such a big member
Yes.
that apparently he put her in the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's...
Is that what made her the mistress of the
That's
dark?
the legend of her, Elvira, losing her virginity.
She was like this, like happy-go-lucky daisies in pink, and then Tom Jones messed her up.
Yeah.
And then she became
the story.
the devil's mistress.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Caden Cross. And I was looking up the porno birthday yesterday, and I guess Rafe was looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And he said, Caden Cross,
Legend.
that's the real deal.
Yep.
Real deal. I don't know who that is either.
She's one of the best looking.
Yeah.
She's a legend in the biz.
Caden Cross has been in 296 fine films, including All-Star Super Sluts, Battle of the Hogtied Maids.
It looks like
She was
Eliza
in
Schlesinger.
Chloroform Bondage Silences Feisty Females,
Oh, that's
Home Office Hostages, Legendary Lesbians, No, Please Don't Tickle Me There. She was in Slutty and Sluttier 23, and Who Could Forget a Role in 2008's Veronica's Private Tickle Hell. Caden Cross is 38 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those were your happy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
tickle hell.
All right, everybody, stand by. Up after the break, Rafe's E Memoriam.
Tickling is hell.
It is hell.
It truly is hell. Tickling is the worst. It's at the absolute worst because it's torture where I can't control my reaction.
Yeah. You ever try to tickle your wife? She gets, like, my wife gets violent.
It does not go well. Yeah.
My boyfriend's daughter is 7, and she asks to be tickled constantly. And I'm like, dude, it's weird. Like, I'll tickle you,
Wow.
but as soon as you're like, tickle me more, I'm like, this is creepy now. Now you made it weird.
Masochist.
You know?
Yeah. All right, 8:40 Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. We have 2 lanes closed due to a crash, 270 northbound at Olive Boulevard. There's also a delay. It looks like Clayton Road between HH and Clayton Court Drive. Sorry, I thought that was a highway, but it's close to the highway. Your point forecast today, mainly dry and warm, high of 81, low of 54. Right now it's 57 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, welcome back to the program. Friday Fail Stories on the way. Mary Santoris here.
Hello.
People seem to like you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
The people seem to like you.
They seem to.
Well,
They
I'll
seem
Like
to
tell you
it
what,
says,
now-
the people seem to like. We're still on the fence, but the people
Yeah,
seem
no,
to
the people like you.
Yeah.
And they can be mean sometimes.
Oh, I know. I do radio. I know
You
how
do
mean
radio,
people
you
can
know.
be.
Yeah. When people don't like you, they let you know.
Oh, 100%.
This is different. I have to say something about it.
At the beginning of the year, remember we were auditioning people, and there was one dude that came in. I'm not going to say his name. But the guy spoke 3 words. As we open up the show, and people are like, this guy sucks, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Like, people have the instinct for that.
But here I am.
But yet, yes.
You still hired him.
Damn it, Rafe.
Joe,
Maud Milan.
who won? In the end, who wins?
See Mary at Funny Bone, St. Charles this weekend. If you want to get your tickets 2 for 1, call the box office, say you heard Mary on the Rizz Show, and get 2 for 1 tickets.
Yes, please. Come on out. It's going to be fun. It's my first time in St. Charles. They got me in that little weird Sim City of a mall they're building out there. I don't know what it is.
Streets of St. Charles. It's
cute.
nice over
It's sweet,
there.
man.
It's cute. I like it.
They got a great taco joint right there.
That's what everyone says. Is that you got to try the Mission Tacos.
Mission Taco.
Maybe I'll have that for lunch today.
Good,
We'll see.
good taco place out there. All right, Rafe, as we do every Friday, it's time for the Rafe Williams In Memoriam.
Ah, yes. The In Memoriam. Mary, this is a segment for what we just talked about. People who complain, email, troll, don't like things we say on the radio and feel like it's their God-given duty to email us over and over again and tell us they're no longer listening to the show. They hate us. They're tired of us. They can't wait for us all to die. Or just people who are off their meds and text us whatever it might be. But whoever it is, this is an In Memoriam, much like the Oscars In Memoriam, of people we have lost this week. Brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives. Discover Aquamation, the natural, gentle, eco-friendly alternative
Isn't that awesome?
to fire-based cremation. That is a real sponsor.
We love Hughes.
He is
Hughes
awesome.
for sponsoring the In Memoriam.
you, Hughes.
Cremation?
Aquamation is very cool.
It's like boil?
It's like
They moist you to death.
It's eco-friendly. They use like water, alkaline water to cremate you.
That's
Then you still
crazy.
get ashes, and it's a much more it's like 80% more eco-friendly than fire-based cremation. But I digress. You're welcome, Mr. Hughes. First up on In Memoriam, Bono boners, a.k.a. U2 fans.
Oh, I'm getting buried.
Sorry, Moon.
I'm getting acclimated.
Say goodbye.
You're getting acclimated. I angered some acolytes of U2 last Friday when I said their beloved Irish rock band was highly overrated.
Oh,
Ah, yes. You who find spiritual revelation in Bono's vague Hallmark card lyrics.
all
right, folks,
I'm gonna fight back from the acclamation.
All right, Moon. Grab your rose-colored wraparound douche glasses and pop that Joshua Tree cassette in your 89 Walkman for the last time they were actually relevant, because we're bidding farewell to U2 fans today. Oh, don't give me that look. You knew this day was coming. The day when I finally break it to you that Bono's Sunday, Bloody Sunday isn't, in fact, a harrowing critique of your hangover after brunch. I mean, it's not even like U2's that radical. Have you ever noticed how every U2 fan seems to think they're a rebel for liking a band that is literally one of the most commercialized acts in the world? That's not rebellion. That's consumerism wearing leather pants. Let's talk about The Edge for a moment. The only man on earth whose name sounds like a failed 1990s energy drink, right up there with Sparks. What are you on the edge of exactly, Relevance? Because the cliff's eroding fast, my friends. The Edge sounds like a Marvel character that got rejected from the last X-Men films. Is he on the edge of musical enlightenment or the edge of finally finding a new goddamn hat? Now that I think about it, it's like the entire band chose one accessory from a Mr. Potato Head kit in the early 80s and wore it for the next 40 years. In conclusion, U2 fans, it's time for me to let you go. Like Bono letting go of any shred of humility. So to all the U2 fans out there still clinging to your 87 tour t-shirts and preaching the gospel according to Bono, maybe it's time to find what you are looking for. And let's hope it's a new hobby. Now, how's that for a moment you can't get out of?
Oh,
Bye-bye.
The Edge is an energy
I
drink.
found the Edge energy drink from Grizzly Beer.
Hey,
From 1986.
I can't help it that I'm a genius. Up next, toilet paper underhangers. Today we part with a particular brand of people who, honestly, we can all do without, those who hang the toilet paper under instead of over. Let's be clear, there is no debate here. The patent for toilet paper clearly shows the roll hanging over. Over! If a diagram in a 128-year-old patent isn't compelling enough for you dumbasses, I honestly don't know what to say. Perhaps you also need a GPS to locate your crack because you couldn't find your own ass with both hands in a map. Now, some will argue, oh, but Rizz Show, it's so much more feline-friendly to go under. Really? Well, if your dumbass cat is that hell-bent on destroying your bathroom, maybe you don't blame the toilet paper. Maybe you ask why you bought a vindictive animal in the first place. So as we say goodbye to this gaggle of restroom renegades, let us remember that as they were, impossible to reason with, a little too interested in bathroom mechanics, and frankly a danger to themselves and others, don't forget to wipe, but you won't be missed.
Good riddance, psychopath.
Thank
That's- I agree.
you.
I couldn't agree more.
Bye. No arguments on that one.
Nope.
Up next, adult creepaws that call their grandparents meemaws and peepaws.
Creepaws.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves because we've offended a group of inexplicably attached to the cutesy words of childhood. People who have mortgages, receding hairlines, and the ability to rent a car, yet they choose to sound like they're casting a spell in baby gibberish when they introduce their grandparents. Oh, you've met them. The same people who insist on telling you their grandparents' cute names within 5 minutes of meeting you. Really, Chad? You're a 35-year-old man with a 401k, a cocaine problem, and 2 ex-wives, and you just said Meemaw without a trace of irony. Why are you still calling your grandparents by names that sound like rejected Teletubbies? Meemaw, Peepaw. It's creepy. We get it. Family traditions are important, but usually those traditions involve something meaningful, like passing down an heirloom or upholding a cultural practice. What we're talking about here is upholding the linguistic choices of a toddler. You wouldn't strap on a diaper and be breastfed at your wedding for tradition's sake, would you? Don't answer that, Chad, because we all know you would. In summary, unless you're actively starring in a Hallmark movie or plan to never emotionally progress past the age of 6, let's stick to the classics. Grandma and Grandpa, or Nana and Papa if you're feeling frisky, but Meemaw and Peepaw, come on. Bye-bye, baby. Next up, till death do us farters. Today we say farewell to some of the most confounding phenomena known to mankind, married couples who refuse to fart in front of each other. That's right, Rizz. Not a single squeaker, not a whisper from the biscuit factory, nothing, zitch, zilp. What's going on? Yes, I said it, fart. And if you're clutching your pearls, well, you might be one of them. You're the same couples who think synchronized dishwashing is foreplay and consider discussing mortgage rates date night. Nothing screams we've reached the peak of intimacy like mutually pretending that you don't have intestines and engaging in the elaborate dance, the Gosarena. The convoluted odyssey one takes to release a fart discreetly is pathetic. One partner casually exits to check the mail at 3 a.m. or suddenly becomes devoutly religious, retreating to their suspiciously stinking prayer closet 15 times a day. You see someone suddenly rush to take a phone call in another room. Are they having an affair? Are they a spy? No. But they are clenching their ass cheeks together and holding in a fart like it's a Soviet state secret. So let's rip off the Band-Aid or take out the butt cork of social decorum, as it were, and just let it go. Fart freely, love deeply.
Let it go.
To the gassy yet graceful phantoms of matrimony, we bid you adieu.
Bummer.
So I don't fart in front of my wife.
Yeah, me
My
either,
boyfriend
man.
doesn't like it at
You're
all.
weirdos.
Like, I don't have a problem with it, but he's
He
like,
doesn't like it when you fart?
he doesn't like farting in front of each other, period.
Yeah, that's
like
the way I
it's
am.
not.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is a
High five to your
sacred
boyfriend.
thing. Do it in the bathroom alone.
He's a smart one.
In shame.
What
Weirdos.
other secrets could you be holding?
Right.
So the fact that he's like, yeah, tell Frank I said thanks for the hoodie from your feet pics,
Yeah.
but don't ever fart in front of
He
me.
gets so grossed out. He gets
Bizarre.
so grossed out.
Next up, Halloweenies. Halloweenies. Oh, do I have a truly horrifying tale to tell you tonight, one that will chill you to the very bone, a tale so eerie that it should come with a PG-13 rating. I'm talking, of course, about people grown-ass adults who put up their Halloween decorations in September. That's right, our show has been put on notice by these premature jack-o'-lanterns.
Well done.
Thank you. But some of you are so eager to unleash the cobwebs from your attic that you're bypassing an entire month, September. September has its own charm, people, like football, apple picking, and seasonal depression. You know, the classics. You have to let us enter the 5 stages of fall: denial, anger, bargaining, pumpkin spice, and acceptance. Decorating for Halloween in September is like skipping the gentle foreplay of early autumn and going straight for a full-blown skeletal on the first date. You keep those bones to yourself. Now let's get something straight. I love Halloween. I love candy and costumes and the deeply ingrained pagan traditions thinly veiled as family-friendly fun that will damn your children all to hell, but save it for October. You're the human equivalent of candy corn, a confusing seasonal mistake,
Don't you dare.
and we bid you farewell.
Oh, my God. I love candy corn.
But
Love
decorating
it.
for Halloween in September,
We
come
have
on.
all our
It's too
fall
early.
decorations
Fun,
out.
man.
It's too early.
We put out our fall stuff.
Don't yuck my yum.
Finally, last on the list, altitude prudes, a.k.a. cucks too scared to join the Mile High Club. We angered some Americans, and I use that term loosely, who don't believe in exercising their God-given right to have cramped, awkward lovemaking in an airport bathroom. These are the folks too pure, too saintly to join the Mile High Club. They think they're above it. Well, technically, you can't be above it. We're 30,000 feet up in a metal tube hurtling through the sky at 500 miles per hour. Get over yourself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, Rafe, that's too scandalous, too taboo. To which I say, lighten up, you sexually repressed Sky Mormons. You're the kind of people who think the most exciting part of a flight is when they move the beverage cart through the cabin. Oh, look, honey, they have ginger ale. I'm feeling so wild. Let's split one, please. Now, before you say, well, it's not sanitary, let me remind you, nothing on an airplane is sanitary. The armrest, the headrest, the seatbelt, it's all been touched, sneezed on, and God knows what else by countless of people and their babies before you.
Great point.
Do you think you're preserving the sanctity of the airplane lavatory? A place otherwise renowned for its elegance and high-class atmosphere akin to a five-star restaurant? You're not. And you're not better than us. So get in there and bend someone over that baby-changing station for America. Or get your passport and get the hell out of Rizz Nation. And finally, the real R.I.P. We didn't really have any this week, except I am going to say R.I.P. to the Guns N' Roses concert last Saturday.
Everybody's plans on Saturday.
Everybody's plans on Saturday went down in flames when an undisclosed illness stopped the rolling like a freight train, flying like an airplane act from coming to town. So hopefully they'll reschedule, but knowing their cagey relationship with St. Louis, it might be R.I.P. for real. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam, brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you,
That's
Rafe.
great.
Thanks.
All right, folks, time for your Friday fail story. All right, so all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, man, that plan went completely sideways.
Yep.
And it became an Uber.
Yes.
An Ultra.
No.
Dare I say
Don't you dare.
It became a Mega. Here we go. Fail.
Failed.
All right. Thank you, man.
You're
Sounded
welcome.
great, boss.
We were going to hold the note until you came in.
Well, as soon I didn't know what was happening, and
Yeah,
then
that's
you
the
pointed,
best.
and I was like,
Out the window, I'm like, hey, you gotta
Everybody starts singing fail, and
Right.
you know, a guest in here's like, oh my God, what's
Oh, my God.
Is it
Do I
fail?
hop in?
We will hold the note until you get in, so.
Your Friday fail stories are sponsored by.
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
You know, thank God people are stupid because we wouldn't have a whole segment based on stupidity. So imagine three good friends giving you a surprise birthday party, but they get your age wrong. So it happened to a 59-year-old woman in England named Sally Ann Ashford, and the video's making the rounds. Sally and her friends did a weekend getaway at a hotel, and when she walks into the room, she sees champagne, a tiara, and banners that read 60 and fabulous. She turned 59.
Oh.
Here's what that sounded like.
Oh my God. Who's she said? Who's turning 60? That's not till next year.
Whoops.
Seriously. It's not till next year.
60 and fabulous.
Failed.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's cool. You're getting it out of the way. We don't have
Right.
to do this next year.
Now, wouldn't it be great if you could part traffic like the Red Sea
Oh, yeah.
and get to work in half the time? Well, it was happening for a woman in Utah, and she didn't know why. A lady in Salt Lake City was driving around in her black Dodge Charger that she recently bought, used apparently, and the people in front of her kept pulling over and letting her pass. And she had no idea why until she saw a photo released by Salt Lake City Police last Wednesday. It turned out the car was modified so the fog lights could flash any color you wanted, and whoever owned the car before her had them set to red and blue, so it looked like an unmarked cop car. So she could have faced charges for impersonating a police officer.
I call BS.
She turned herself in. And cops determined it really was an innocent mistake. She's already had the lights removed, but we'll call that a fail.
Failed.
But I guess if you do that, if you mod your car like that, it's so illegally, and then you try to sell it, you just don't tell anybody.
No, why would you? Because then they're not going to buy it.
I guess that is a likely story, but
My favorite fail stories are the ones where people impersonate cops and pull over real police.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I've never even heard of that.
Oh, there's at
so
least
many.
one or two a month.
Yeah, if
Out
you're
here
going to impersonate a cop,
And,
then
happens all the time,
everywhere.
Yeah. Wow.
Everywhere.
I always wanted one of the, I think it's
Why though?
I don't know if it's being a child of the 80s maybe, but I always wanted one of those. You always saw it in the old movies.
Oh,
where
you
they
like pull it out and stick it on
Yeah.
top.
pull
The
a
little
single
red
thing, and they put it on top. It was like a magnet. They put it on top of a regular car, and I'm like, is that real? I want to get pulled over by a magnet behind a Corvette.
Where the cord like this.
Yeah,
goes
it's like
into
at the circles. Yeah, you plug
There's
it
a
into the
cigarette lighter.
lighter.
Goes into the
Yeah.
cigarette lighter. Yeah. A 45-year-old woman was arrested last Friday after trying to sneak meth into a San Diego jail. I guess she knows somebody inside, and she had a pretty good plan. So deputies staffing a mail processing facility noticed that a letter intended for an inmate appeared to have been drenched in some kind of liquid and dried. So they ran a chemical test on the letter, and they found that it was soaked in liquid methamphetamine.
That's crazy.
So what do you do? How does that work? You
Scrape
lick
it, maybe, or
Maybe
lick
you put it
it.
in your mouth.
You eat the paper.
like acid style?
I guess like acid or I don't know.
I was thinking it would like crystallize and you like scrape it off. I don't even know how do you do meth. You smoke it?
I guess you smoke it. You could inject it.
I don't know anything about it.
You
Well, I'm trying to think of Breaking Bad.
Mail it.
You can mail it.
yeah.
Well, they traced the letter back to the woman. She was arrested on suspicion of sending an illicit drug to a jail facility.
Yeah.
Fail.
It's wild. I don't know what you do with that. I was assuming that, I guess you take pieces off and put it on your tongue.
Eat
I
the
don't know.
envelope. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if you're trying to get your fix. Eating paper is nothing.
No. Especially if you're in jail. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
people making bathtub wine and toilet wine and stuff.
Yeah.
And meth letters.
You don't care. All right, you tell me if this was an overreaction.
No, the answer's no. It's never an overreaction.
So a guy in Tennessee has pleaded guilty to pointing an AK-47 at a Little Caesars boy because his pizza was taking too long to cook.
I hate people
Well,
so much.
I mean,
His $6 pizza was neither hot nor ready.
yeah, that.
Can
they
you blame
guarantee
the
it.
guy?
They do guarantee that.
Listen, but do we even know if he ordered a hot and ready?
Here's what went down. You don't have to order it.
It says
You're just
it on the
supposed to walk
sign.
in.
That's what I'm saying.
The guy's name is Charles Doty. He got angry when being told that his pizza would take 10 minutes to prepare. And he demanded, hey, if I'm going to wait, I demand free crazy bread.
Because look at me. I'm
demand it.
clearly crazy.
Yeah. It's named after me.
I demand it. So he walked out. He went home, which is about 5 minutes from the Little Caesars. When he came back, he was carrying an AK-47, which he pointed at a female worker who it was her first day on the job.
You work so hard to finally get good employees.
God, I hope he gave the speech.
Congratulations
I
on your
hope he
new-
gave the speech from Home Alone.
When another employee tried to slip out, Charles asked, "Where in the hell do you think you're going?"
Tell you what I'm going to give you, snakes. I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to get you ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property.
How is it? Snakes. I don't know snakes.
The employee then went back to a back room and called 911. Charles was arrested, charged with aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault. He'll be sentenced on the 29th.
I love it when people are
Failed.
no one wants to work anymore. Yeah, would you? People are pulling guns on Little Caesars employees.
No.
No, there's no reason to work.
Plenty
are you
of-
out of your mind?
Plenty of pizza in prison.
My goodness.
A Florida woman is in trouble for leaving her toddler in a running car so she could take a dip. So her name is Allison Sarah Doherty. She's 41. She was arrested and charged with child neglect after her kid was found alone in her car. Allison did leave the AC on.
Well,
She jumped in the water. Nearby fishers said, hey, avoid the hooks. She replied she wanted to get hooked and, quote, would want to meet sharks.
Oh,
good
okay.
for
So the
her.
kid's better off in a car alone anyway.
100%.
By the
let's
time
hear it out.
authorities arrived and Allison was out of the water, the kid had been in the car for 45 minutes. 2-year-old kid's okay.
2 years old.
That's a dip.
Failed.
This is a dip in the ocean?
I'm assuming
Sounds like somebody was eating a
Meth leather.
envelope.
a letter full of meth. A couple more. Have you ever acted out on random people online or in real life and then realized that somebody you knew was watching? Here's an extreme version of that. So a 40-year-old anger ball in Florida named Armando was arrested last week after chasing down a group of teens and pointing a gun at them. I don't know what set Armando off, but it was apparently some kind of road rage incident because he was aggressively chasing a car in his truck. He forced this car to turn down a dead-end street, confronted whoever was in the car with a gun. And that's when Armando noticed that one of the kids in the car was his neighbor from across the street.
Boy.
He called off and said, my bad, bro. Went back to his truck, drove away. The kids had been driving to school. And when they got there, they reported the altercation to police. Armando facing charges of resisting officers, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and some of the kids' parents are now pressing charges.
Yeah.
Car full of kids.
Failed.
Car full of kids.
I've never been that angry.
Just got to take a deep breath.
You know what I mean?
Just got to take a deep breath, count to 10. It's going to be okay.
If they're on the way to school, this is also like 7 a.m.
Yeah. You got up angry.
Tell you
You
what,
got up pissed.
Yes.
we had a dude. We mooned a guy out the back of the bus, which bring back the moon. We haven't talked about it in a while.
I know you
I
want to
bring
that
it back. People, it's not.
Now you get put on the sex offender registry.
It's not
For
a
mooning?
sex offense. It's a fun offense, and everyone should enjoy it. But I digress. We mooned a guy from the back of the bus. Probably Jason Coben, honestly. He was in the back seat. Probably put his little wiry butt up against the glass, and this guy freaked out and pulled the bus over. Like, got up behind his and the bus driver, like, pulled off.
over.
And then he got on the bus and, like, was going all crazy.
I mean,
with
come on.
the
Is it
kids.
that big of a deal?
No, it's
if
not.
If a bus full of kids mooned you, would you be so upset that you
Some people-
forced the bus off the side of the road?
Flip out.
Of course not, man. But we
a
also
bus
grew up.
driver.
We also grew up in the '80s, where every like '70s movie that was being shown to us had a mooning scene.
Yeah.
Every high school, college.
It was damn near acceptable.
I mean, it was like I was
It should be.
I was basically pressured into mooning because I thought everybody was doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, it was
Every
normal,
movie
middle
taught me
school,
that-
wherever.
There's got to be something more going on with that guy. Like, he's like secretly into kids or something. And he's like, they're teasing me. You can't be just wiggling it out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Why am I paying for all this therapy?
right.
Just going to put it in my face.
Yeah, like, that's not a reaction you would normally have.
Calm down, Monsignor.
And finally, there are a lot of bad ways that a police chase could end. But this is one of the few best case scenarios. Police in New Hampshire chasing a carjacking suspect. This was on Monday. He was driving a van, which he'd stolen at gunpoint. He fled from the cops, running red lights before losing control and crashing. And he crashed right into the police department.
No,
Right into the police department.
lucky.
He jumped out of the van, tried to run through the station's parking lot. Cops caught up with him, tased him, arrested him. Nobody was hurt. But
Beautiful.
Failed.
That's karma.
right into the police
Beautiful
department.
karma.
And those are your Friday fail stories. All right, welcome back to the Rizz Show. A couple minutes left. Sports here in just a second, but you hear what's going on at the old Wentzville GM plant?
No.
Steve Reich.
Oh.
Yeah,
Were there
13
bowling?
About 13,000 members of the UAW, United Auto Workers, went on strike this morning after their leaders couldn't bridge a giant gap between union demands and contract talks and, you know, what Detroit's three automakers are willing to pay. So the UAW began picketing at the GM assembly plant in Wentzville, Ford factory in Wayne, Michigan, near Detroit, and the Stellantis Jeep plant in Toledo.
Wow.
You know what Stellantis owns?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's a huge company.
You know, yeah. It's like Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
They
there's
own
like
Alfa Romeo.
three others.
Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Jeep, Maserati, Ram.
Jeez.
They're a big company. So the union is asking for around 40% raises, plus better pensions for workers, and even a 32-hour work week with 40 hours of pay. That's what they want. I'm not sure what they're going to get. But the GM plant up here in Wentzville makes the Chevy Colorado and Express and the GMC Canyon and Savannah. So it's the first time in the union's 88-year history that it walked out on all three companies simultaneously.
Wow. Good. Good for them.
So we'll see what happens. But GM plant in Wentzville, workers are on strike. All right, Mooners, here's the sports report. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Sports brought to you by presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. Experts are saying two things about the Jets right now. A, don't count them out for the season. Zach Wilson is still under the tutelage of a future Hall of Famer and probably picked up a lot from him in preseason. And they have some great receivers, a great running back, and you could see a lot more from them. B, Aaron Rodgers' injury may not be career-ending after all. Yes, it's a huge deal, huge recovery. The dude turns 40 in December. But their experts are saying, quote, he can be the same type of athlete he was before. Now, Aaron Rodgers took the first step in the return to football after tearing that Achilles. He said that he had a successful surgery, posting an update from the hospital bed. New York Jets star quarterback said, it went great. The procedure went great. Like I said, he turns 40 in December. I don't know. I'm sure there are bets going on whether he will make a return or not. But I got to imagine he doesn't want to go out like that.
What were they thinking in Cleveland?
When he tore his
Aaron
Achilles?
Rodgers, yeah.
Well, I was an idiot. He took a $35 million dive to tear his Achilles on the fourth snap, something like that. I mean,
$75 million.
I thought it was $35 million. Less is what he was getting paid.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was $75 million guaranteed.
I thought.
But I thought that was a huge pay cut from what he was.
She's talking about, from
Green Bay?
before.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You were talking about like one of the original offers to stay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Yeah, that he took a pay cut to go there.
To play on
Only
a different
to-
turf.
Either way,
Only
it'd take 4 snaps.
Yeah, exactly.
5 snaps if you count the
Check
Achilles.
this out. A-Rod, not looking good right now as a former Yankee third baseman, revealed to federal agents in 2014 that Manny Ramirez, Ryan Braun, and another all-star player were also using performing-enhancing drugs.
No.
I mentioned this yesterday.
He's a stool pigeon.
The whole story's up on the blog. I know this wasn't going to go well with Rizz.
He narked on everybody.
The third all-star, by the way, never tested positive for PEDs and was not named in the story, so we don't know who the third person he named was. But Rodriguez gave the agents those names when he met with 2 assistant U.S. Department of Justice attorneys and 7 Drug Enforcement Administration agents in 2014.
You rat.
The meeting came several weeks after he received a 211-game suspension for violating the PED policy. Now, that got him a ban for the entire 2014 season. Then he was granted, quote, Queen for a Day status by prosecutors.
And you know what that is, Queen for a Day?
No, I've
It's where
never
you
heard
get like as long as you roll on people, you get immunity.
Oh, wow.
It allowed him to
Dang.
share details without fear of legal prosecution. Ramirez then served a 50-game suspension. Or no, he had already served a
He already
50-game
served.
in 2009 while the Dodgers were, while he was with the Dodgers for violating the league's PED policy. He was hit with a 100-game suspension in 2011 while with the Rays, but then he never served it because he decided to retire. Braun received his suspension in 2013. The third player had not been on federal agents' radar and never received a suspension. Rodriguez admitted for the first time in the meeting that he used PEDs that he had purchased from Bosch, this like health company or whatever
Like
the heck
hair,
it was.
like
Yeah, they make all kinds of
surgeries and
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
I thought that makes spark plugs.
So he had publicly denied all of this, and then he said that he paid roughly $12,000 a month to Bosch for, quote, doping protocols fueled by testosterone creams, red gummy-like lozenges containing testosterone, and human growth hormone from 2010 to 2012. The 3-time AL MVPs paid Bosch via cash, and get this, sometimes used petty cash obtained from the Yankees' traveling team secretary who was not involved in the scheme. So he would say, hey, give me some petty cash. And we're talking like a good amount of cash. I mean, $12,000, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to me, man.
That's not petty.
Rodriguez also told the agents his cousin had supplied him with performance-enhancing
He rolled
drugs
with his cousin,
for
too?
at least a decade.
Moon, if you ever.
Has he no shame?
He also claimed that his cousin later tried to blackmail him with a $5 million threat. The report included details that Rodriguez admitted to the federal agents that he lied to Yankees president Randy Levine in 2012 when he told them that he did not have a relationship with Bosch. And then he declined to comment for the story to ESPN, which is one of his current employers. Don't forget the 14-time All-Star joined the worldwide leader in 2018 and now co-hosts the K-Rod
See,
cast.
I want to know. I want to know what Ramirez thinks and
He
Braun
rolled
thinks.
on J-Lo, too, which is crazy.
She was doing PEDs
Terrible.
too.
I said that's where the butt came from.
Yeah. That's how she looks like that at 50.
She was doing BEDs,
Damn.
booty enhancing.
Pretty
drugs.
unreal.
I wasn't sure if you're being serious or not. You're like holding a straight face.
Well, he
I'm like,
rolled on her
"Oh,
for doing
dude."
adrenochrome and actually harnessing it
I
from
was
babies.
waiting for like, I don't know. So you had me, man. You had me. I'm Moon and That's Your Sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Last night's Thursday Night Football game, I know the Eagles won.
Yay.
Eagles beat the
Eagles
Vikings.
won. In our competition between the Rizz Show and the Fast Lane, only one person on both teams chose the Eagles' opponents and therefore got 0,
Vikings.
and that was Lern.
Lern picked the Vikings last night. Damn it.
So we're down
So
by
down
1.
one.
It's a tough one. Vikings beating Eagles at home was a tough pick to make. How are you feeling about the Browns?
Don't ask me about the Browns. I don't think we have time.
1-0.
I mean, I've been a Browns fan my entire life, and what they did by signing Deshaun Watson, I haven't watched in 2 seasons.
Wow.
So
Yeah, a lot of people are out on
It's
that.
really, really upsetting the way that they handled the situation. And not only, I mean, over 20 accounts of sexual, like that. 23 people aren't lying.
You're
I
like
can't.
But hey,
So
23 people aren't lying.
Honest answer for an honest question. Are you going to tune in if the Browns are in the Super Bowl?
Well, here's the thing: is that it's so frustrating being a lifelong Browns fan that I'm invested in other players. I'm like Nick Chubb's biggest fan.
But Mary,
and there's
he could
guys like
throw
Myles
a
Garrett.
ball far and accurately.
I understand.
Yeah.
You know what they
Jeez.
did? They paid him $250 million when he was in litigation. It's just, I think it was a big fu to female fans, to all fans. And then to throw that kind of money at someone when guys like Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett have been supporting the team for years, you
Good
can't.
point.
Do you know what I mean?
Did he settle a lot of those cases?
I don't know
how
if
it
it's
went
still
away?
going on or what's going, but there's always something new, and he's not allowed to be around masseuses by himself, and it's like crazy. It's
Yeah, I want to know if
crazy.
he settled a lot of those cases out of.
I think
out
he
of court.
did. But I think a lot of them also just went to. It's like a class action.
It's just such a
Most
hard
like-
he said, she said, to prove any of that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So.
You're not the only. I have another. There's a guy here, a friend of mine, another comic who's a lifelong Browns fan. That's like, I'm out.
It's so frustrating.
He's
It's
like, I'll
so
stop watching.
frustrating.
All right, that's sports. We'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up.
All
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Have a great weekend. Mary Santora, thank you so much for sitting in this morning.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
See her at the St. Charles Funny Bone this weekend.
Yes.
And you want to give the special?
Yes, you can get 2-for-1 tickets. The box office opens at 11. So if you just call 636-410-8734, mention that you heard me on the Rizz Show, and you will get 2-for-1 tickets to any show the rest of the weekend. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. And then you can follow me on social media, just at Mary Santora Comedy on TikTok or Instagram.
Do both of those things. Mary is extremely funny, both
Thank you.
online and in person.
We'll
So
also
go
buy pictures
do
of
it.
her feet.
Buy it all. Do it all. Support me always.
Centoratoes at gmail.com.
Yeah, feet
Good
pics
luck
there.
getting feet pics at Mark Maron's merch table. Okay.
Yeah.
Go to Santora's show. You get the works.
Yeah.
You got it all done up.
All right, today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years, locally owned but world famous. 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Everything we covered on the show today. Freak of the Week winner, sports, crap on celebrities, news. Of course, it's Friday, so we got to Friday fails, all sorts of great ones. There's a couple good police ones, too. A nice police chase ended with the suspect crashing into the police station. That was a headliner. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. Today, the podcast title is available wherever you get podcasts is Who's Gonna Taste Your Batch?
All right. Also, Rafe's Memoriam, a lot of feet talk. Don't forget to check out the number 2 show.
Yeah,
Up
new
on
number
YouTube.
2 show dropped yesterday.
I watched the Trailer Trash Tammy mukbang,
It's a good one.
number 2 show the other day.
Yeah.
And the way you guys eat a kielbasa together through the glory hole is
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. Lady in the Tramp style. We even had the accordion music playing.
I love that.
New one is the 5 worst fan bases in football.
okay.
And we get into it. And it hurt a little because I had to include the Kansas City Chiefs in it. But I did it because I'm fair.
And it's honest. It's honest. What else? Anybody else to plug anything?
Yes, tonight, big ticket blast, Avenged Sevenfold ticket blast. Every 15 minutes, I'm giving out another pair of tickets at the Hot Shots Winsville, starting at 7. We'll be there from 7 to 9. We're out there with Finnish Long Drink. They'll have all sorts of features and specials on apparently the most popular drink over in Finland, and Rizz says it's fantastic.
It is good. Very
So
good.
come check us out. Hot Shots Winsville, 7 to 9. Me and the Point crew are going to be out there for the ticket blast with Avenged Sevenfold. And then the Alabama Dirtbags and the Teenage Dirtbags, we take the stage at high noon tomorrow at Oxfest and in Washington, Missouri. Kids get in free. It all goes to a great cause and is a very cool music festival they've been doing for a couple months. It's going to be great.
Great. Go see Moon this weekend. Rafe.
I'm good. Just follow me on the socials. I am Rafe Williams. I'm plugging my comedy show next week.
King Scott.
Yeah, coming out Sunday down to DB's from noon to 2. I'll be hanging out down there for the football games and also to give away Avenged Sevenfold tickets. So come down, hang out with me, and Margaritaville updates coming next week. Huge news on that. So follow King Scott rules for all that.
Margaritaville.
Yeah.
All right. I got nothing. We're done. Donnie next. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From O'Fallon, Illinois, Tyson Long is our team. And Tyson takes us out with this song. Here it is. See you tomorrow. No, actually, we'll see you Monday.